Oh. Oh, we'll watch it. I just want fiber. Once I have fiber Mel, we can do whatever your Mel desires. Whatever the Mel wants, okay? Sure, if you want to, sure. Oh, I'm sure. Okay, where are my Factorio guys at? For the, where's that one guy? There's like 2 people in here that know Factorio. I think for the orange science, I think you have to like...
Duke, hey Steven, hey DGG. Chris Magic here. Happy holidays from your favorite chatter.
Cool. I think you have to just like, locally crush all the scrap from the orange thing, right? From the mechanical sciences. I don't think you can ship it away. There's so much. You should check your cryo fluid. Got the low temp kind? I can't tell if you're trolling. That like half makes sense. Believe it or not.
This game is to streaming what anime is to Miyazaki. My mistake.
Oh, Dan did it? No, I don't think so. I have no idea how stable this is. I don't even know how this is working right now, to be honest. Hey man, I'd appreciate you stop shit talking about Tesla. It's a good stock and the company has good fundamentals. I invested a lot into it and it has a better future than Meta.
Destiny, do you really not know Adidas is a German brand and we have strict anti-Nazi laws? That's why they dropped Can I?
Is that true? I don't even know if that one guy was trolling, dude. I got some insane Elon fans in the sub that are super, super mad. How confident are you that we all set by the 4th? You know what, dude? Not at all, but we'll see. We'll see. Ooh, yes. Yes, we will see. What are you suing right now? I'm suing your mom. Oh, them wacky your mom jokes. Ooh, another wacky your mom joke. Ooh, Vosh accusing you of PPP fraud. That's wacky, bro. No shot. Did he really, bro?
Really? How do you know so much about PPP fraud? Yeah, I know a lot about it because I should have done it. Fuck, dude, everyone did. Destiny did it. I didn't have LLC at the time because I still don't because I'm fucking terrible at doing this shit. Yes, Mr. Government, sir, I need $5 billion to run this YouTube channel, please.
That's what I got. It was only $3 billion actually, but
yeah, Hassan did it, didn't he? Everyone did it. Everyone did PPP fraud. Oh my god. It was like literally the PPP program was literally a free handout to people who had any kind of like legal corporation. Stop, he's gonna say you're telling people to report him. Oh yeah, shit, wait, he probably will. Destiny will be talking about how I made death threats against him or something. Here's the basics of the isekai, it's weird. Mix this in with the other thing. What? That's a personal problem, buddy. Translation for the WN is up to date after reading the WN for a bit. In this world, all males are lolicons and go for women.
What does Vosh think fraud is? So fraud implies some defrauding of like the government, like I lied on a form or did something illegal. That's what typically that's what fraud means. What Vosh probably means, but he can only phrase things in the most extreme way possible. What Vosh probably means is that, oh, Destiny didn't really need the money. He could have just, like, carried on as normal, and he probably would have been okay. But then he has to say fraud because it makes him sound good, I guess. Was the last time you even hit a 920? Do you want to see me just throw up a 920 right now? Wait. Oh, wait, I already have 6 of these. Bullshit. Apparently our crazy Australian friend went onto some rando stream. Let's see what she's saying.
Like, what? And I'm not saying Destiny's a pedophile, but he definitely abuses women. Like,
see, that's something I want to talk about.
This is the Australian, did I say it already? This is the Australian psych lady.
Okay, so here's what I'll say about Destiny. One thing that I think is like a really ugly characteristic about him is he's like a total fucking pussy hound. I mean, this guy is, in my opinion, I think Destiny is like completely addicted to sex, and it's causing him all these problems in his life. And it seems to me all the women that he's having sex with are like fucking e-girl, like Twitch streamer type people. Yeah. So they're all like kind of girls that are almost like below him in the pecking order of how things work.
It's abuse of power. It's abuse of power, but I don't like analyzing him because he is so much of a vagina dryer as a human being. But
this girl still messages me for attention sometimes, which is funny. I wonder if she's mad because I haven't hit on her at all. I wonder if that fucks with your head. If you're, I don't know if she's attracted or not, but if you're a girl and you see a guy around you is like hitting on all these fucking other women, but they're not hitting on you, do you think that fucks with their mind? I bet it does.
He's pretty disgusting to even analyze. He wanted me to analyze him on live air and was asking me at one stage to diagnose him.
You mentioned Mr. Girl earlier. I know you don't know a lot about him, but are you aware he's actually conducting an investigation on Destiny?
I am aware of that, yes.
Okay, I want to talk about that. Can we talk about that for a little while?
Sure.
Okay, so how did that all come to be?
I have to hang on. Accessing memory banks. I was fucking with Doobie, the owner of the politics server.
Hate him.
Where a lot of there's just like unregulated racism, transphobia, and hatred of women.
Oh yeah, Hashish hangs out there. We know all about politics.
Why does Hashish hang out there? And I was just sort of like, what? I wasn't in there to pedophile hunt, but some black kids found me somehow. And I think that I was a little bit of like a white girl chess piece for these black kids. And I do tip my hat to them for what they did. Because they approached me and they were like, we know who the pedophiles are in Discord and in politics. And I was like, well, you know, I'm off duty. I just want to play some video games right now and lightly troll within politics. And and it was very weird. Like there was this one 17-year-old African-American girl, and I feel like she kind of like, I don't know, like sort of looked up to me or was like, oh my God, I found like the one white girl on Discord that isn't a racist Karen kind of vibe.
God, this white savior shit is so fucking cringe. Holy, I came into this area and all these black people found me and they loved me. And then I found this one black girl and she's like, oh my God, you're the one good white person. Like, oh my God.
I was getting from her. And and she just adored me. And she'd be like, Nina, come in this channel with me. Come do this, come do that. And I'd be like, okay. And my friends and I would just be like, what is happening? Like, why does this girl want to hang out with me all the time? and they'd be like, just roll with it. Let's see what we can find out. And so she was clearly in a lot of trauma, as are a lot of ethnic minority girls within Discord.
Wait,
Not
what
that I
does
could.
this have to do with the Mr. Girl? This is like.
So this is how it all started, with like her taking me into channels with Doobie's moderators that she was like, these guys are pedos, and I would go into the fucking channel. I wouldn't even do anything. I just
Wait,
go into the channel.
Can I just get this thought out here really quick? Because Doobie was very public about like, oh, I didn't like help Mr. Girl at all with his investigation or whatever. But it sounds to me, even if he wasn't helping, he still created all the channels that you were able to find Mr. Girl.
Doobie was an interesting character. He was sending me names of known pedophiles.
Is this the girl that asked you to fund her trip to Iran for the protest? Yeah, the one that I brought on who said that she tried to contact some dude's school because he wouldn't report a Discord server with her for misogyny. She goes around to, even Sweet Anita's messaged me about this girl. She goes around to like every single community on the internet, and then eventually she starts reporting them all for misogyny or pedophilia or whatever. She's like extremely mentally unwell, this particular girl is.
Files within his server.
What?
And
oh, Evil Fossil donating. He actually knows her. Is this Deltron Zero? Bruh, she tried to BBC me, LOL. She obliterated some dude in a group chat. She coming for you, sons this weekend. Yeah. Oh god, where was the cursed screenshot? It was in my group chat a while ago. In Max's Discord. I think it was like her and like 3 other like known crazy fucking people all chatting. Oh my god. Fuck, I'm not gonna find it. I'm too lazy to scroll up. Oh no, it was this right here. Jesus Christ.
Son, this Deltron Zero. Where she tried to BBC me, LOL. Son, she obliterated some dude in group chat. She comment for you, son. So spooky, lol.
That's her at the top, Deltron Zero. She changes her name a ton. Extreme Dad. I don't want to slander this guy, but this was a guy who had some issues with me a while ago, and I think threatened to find me and kill me because he got banned from my Discord server for
Partner.
weird shit. So he's a character. Mother Murith. I'm repeating. These are just accusations, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. This girl messaged me a long time ago, and I think she said she was like 14. And I'm like, okay, well, it's a little weird. And then somebody else messaged me, and they're like, hey, just so you know, this like 14, 15-year-old girl tries to message guys and like entrap them sexually because she's into that. And I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's interesting. So this person is questionable. And then I don't know who Coffee is, but if they're in a room with these 3 people, holy shit. What a wild and kooky cast of characters. Jesus.
Why wasn't he banning them? What the fuck?
Because he doesn't want to. I think. Okay, so
dude, that's fucking crazy.
I know. It gets weirder. 2 of his server co-owners are far right fundamentalist Christian males in their 20s. I think that Doobie has probably. Yeah, but like we find that a lot of these fundamentalist Christian far-right white boys are some of the worst fucking offenders in Discord.
So you're telling me that Doobie is he is allowing confirmed pedophiles to be in his Discord?
The way I see it, from what when I've studied pedophile groups in the past, there could be somebody who has engaged in illegal acts with underage girls, and then they go through like a redemption arc where they're like, I've fucked up really bad, and what I've created is fucking evil, and I want to stop it. And I can't say like for sure that's what Doobie's going through, but I suspect it. And then enter stage left, a pedophile hunter comes into his server, and I'm not afraid to put myself in danger, and I'm not afraid to expose things. So he starts like DMing me names of guys, like, or he theoretically he could be just as bad as the rest of them, and he's just like throwing targets at me, like, go after them instead, please, go after them.
Don't look at me. Yeah, go after them.
Don't look at me. But
So
his,
you- so you're
but
saying-
his behavior just doesn't logically check out, because then I say to him, well, you see how much abuse I'm getting, because I didn't even come in there advertising that I was a pedo hunter. It was these black kids that went around telling everyone.
What the
Because
fuck?
they were like,
Yo, this bitch a pedo hunter.
we've got a pedo hunter now. She's our friend. Probably because the black kids are so fucking abused within his server that they wanted to be like, we've got a tiger now on
Wait,
our side.
here's
On
the thing.
our side.
Luke for
And-
the last 2 weeks has pretended to be a black guy. Luke, could you maybe do an impression of a black teenager telling a bunch of people in a Discord that there's pedophile hunters around? Is Luke here?
Hey, yo, what's good? Hey, so I heard there's a bunch of pedophiles up in this bitch and shit.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Christ.
that was pretty much it. But the thing is, this one underage black girl, she would get on cam with me and talk to me. She was definitely being abused. Something was definitely happening to her, and something was happening to her, and she was terrified, and she was very scatterbrained, dissociated. A lot of the times I spoke to her. And she wanted to bring me into certain channels with certain men, but she wouldn't tell me much. She would just say, like, can you come into this channel with me? And she would bring me into channels with men who were clearly talking to underage girls and being horny. And she would just sit me there and be like, look at this. And
Oh my god.
one of them in
What
particular,
Discord was this?
Doobies.
This was Doobie's Discord. Okay.
This doobie
One
nigga
of-
sounds like a lot of trouble.
One of the he's friends with
Is this
Destiny
guy
as well.
white? Jesus.
One of them, which was particularly one thing that
Oh,
was particularly
no.
disturbing, was that like this was
Jesus.
a helper. This guy was like part of Doobie's mod team, and I just go into a channel. He's talking to some. He's okay. It's the internet is just so many layers of fucked.
Well, tell
The
me
girl-
about-
I can tell someone is actually schizo playing a character. The only reason I'd guess this person is like mentally unwell is just because she's had these like same problems in almost every single community she's been a part of. Wait, where's the one guy that made fun of me for not looking at crafting speed? So do I have way too many of these thermo plants here? Because a crafting speed is 4, I would need 4 times less of them than a crafting speed 1 thing? Is that the case? Like when it says here that the crafting time is 40 seconds, if this is crafting speed 4, does that essentially mean the crafting speed is 10 seconds before any add-ons? Is this the girl who said a bunch of DGGers raped her? Yeah. Oh, oh, okay. Fuck me. I didn't even realize that. So I over-engineered these 2 things for sure. Also, I didn't know. I thought that these were. Oh, this is gonna make the next parts way easier. I thought that these were like I had to make a new catalog eventually or a new insight, but these are just new recipes. I'll change it over when I start working on the tier 3s. Oh wait, what the fuck is your name? You're here. You must do for the mechanical stuff. There's a lot of scrap to deal with, right? I made a ton of like scrap reclaimers. Academics pissed off no jumper again.
He
This
was
channel,
speaking to-
was it like a not safe for work 18+ channel?
No.
None of
No,
that.
it was a general channel. The helper's name was Tickle, and he was talking to a girl who sounded like
Oh,
a
shit.
child.
Oh, Manic
Sound
Pixie,
like
welcome
a
to the tier 5
pedophile
server
name,
clipper, my
okay.
dude. Holy shit.
The girl was like underage sounding, but she also
me
sounded like
happy
she
birthday.
was trying to like fuck with Tickle. Like she sounded like some teenage girl that was trying to like lure him into saying fucked up shit, and she was talking in a little girl voice, and he's like, "Oh my god, I'm so fucking horny right
Oh
now.
my god,
I can't
really?
deal with this. I'm so fucking
Shit.
horny.
Jesus
Fuck, I'm
Christ.
so
Damn.
horny." And then I was like,
Ew.
I know. And I was just like, I don't really, why am I here? And then he heard my voice and saw my name, which was at the time.
Wait, did
Nina
I not say happy
Nombrada.
birthday? Happy birthday,
And
buddy.
that's what I was known by.
Manic Pixie.
And he just panics. He just fucking panics. And he lodges a false report about me attempting to dox him to the moderators. And then I'm in jail. Suddenly I'm in like...
Wait, why would he continue if somebody else came into the call?
He didn't notice me. He was like mid-sentence.
Wait, were there
talking about-
multiple people listening to like sexual
Yes.
shit between
Nor.
2 people?
Yes.
No way! This is happening in the general voice chat of Doobie's Discord. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
And so-
fucking foul.
one
That's
of-
so
one
gr-
of
Even if
Doobie's
I'll tell you
one-
this,
yeah.
I'll tell you this, Nina. even if they were all adults,
Wow,
that's
Raptor Ball's
still
next to the
fucking
$50, man,
disgusting.
dude.
Still fell. But even though it's like the thing is, the pedophiles have been so unregulated and so there's no consequence for them. Like, just look at my interactions with the FBI, that they're so arrogant now. They're like, I can literally just try to fuck.
She has no real interactions with the FBI or Interpol or anything else. The first time we had a confrontational encounter, she was telling me about all this, like the rapes that she'd endured and all the online harassment, and that she'd filed reports on it. I asked her, I was like, oh, can you show me? Like, where are the reports that you're filing? Like, yeah, just show me. And she never showed me a single police report ever, because I don't think she had one. She's showed me a couple of, like, emails that she'd sent, but that's it, because I don't think she's ever, yeah, done any of that shit.
Fuck this underage girl, this little girl. They're so arrogant. There could be an FBI agent in the channel with them at this point, and I swear they'd be like, "What the fuck are you gonna do about it? I'm a white male.
Sugar,
I'm a white male. You can't fuck with me."
Hey, Sugar, real quick. I'm seeing a bunch of messages in the chat. You know what I'm saying? You stream PUBG?
I don't stream it on Twitch, but I
They're
stream
saying
it.
you're playing with like 17-year-old boys and shit. That's kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
So when you play a video game, do you
Oh,
leave
wait
a
a
video
second
game? Do you leave a video game as soon as you're in a game with a 17-year-old boy? Do you go into it? Wait.
No.
DJ Eke Mix needs to get off the Henny and cheeseburgers. That's facts right there. Low and no one likes that chipmunk-looking ass who got clout off of sucking Takeshi's rainbow cock. Rat. Also, Destiny, fuck you.
I'm a pedophile hunter. I have no friends. The fuck are you talking
If you're a
about?
pedophile hunter, what are you doing hanging out with 17-year-olds? That sounds hell groovy.
I mean, listen,
That's
if you're a pedophile
that's how you
hunter,
find out who the pedophiles are. How else do you
Exactly.
find out who the pedophiles are? What are you talking about?
If you want to find the pedophiles, you
the
gotta fuck kids,
17-year-old,
you
the
know what I'm saying?
17-year-old boys, the 17-year-old boys, they want to fuck 17-year-old girls. They don't want 17-year-old girls being groomed by 26-year-old men. 17-year-old boys are one of the best sources that I have.
Maybe
Because they're like, we're getting cucked by like 26-year-old pedos. So let's tell Nina
is
who
that
all
like
the pedos are.
is that the golden age of pedophile? 26?
Like most of the guys that I know that groom underage girls, they span between like 20 all the way up to like 35, 40.
Well, that makes sense for Discord, because if you're looking for like pedophiles and you're on Discord, they're probably going to be a little bit younger than in other places.
So she baiting little niggas, like trying to find the pedophiles, right?
Why is this? Okay. I'm pretty sure the guy talking right now is white. He's doing like a black scent.
Times,
Yeah, how do you? Yeah, how does
That's
that
how
whole
hell
process
fucked up.
work?
Like you just dangle them in front of the pedophile's face, like, "Hey, come fuck this kid."
Jesus.
No. God,
That sounds
that's
fucked up.
unethical. That's
That sounds
unethical.
fucked up.
But you're living in a fantasy world where you're creating your own reality, and it's quite amusing for me to watch.
No, I'm just asking questions. Don't say.
Okay, there's this guy Bunk. I was talking to him yesterday. He would be great bait. Or do you ever like need people for bait?
Always. Send
Okay.
me bait.
I'll send you Bunk. He'll be great bait for you.
There's one actual 17-year-old that I adore. He's a really wholesome Christian young man. And he was part of the Kiwi Farms controversy. I don't know how involved he was with Kiwi Farms, but I do know he's a controversial figure. He gets Discord accounts frequently banned, and he had something to do with that Canadian artist chick who brought down Kiwi Farms. I think he might have been helping her. He's quite cryptic with me about his involvement with that. But he's like, it's so interesting how people are evolving in Discord, but because he's a Christian who previously was, I guess, Republican.
You know, I'm noticing something
now
with you.
he's like-
with you, I got to kind of keep the guardrails up, because I'm just remembering now, we never got to the Mr. Girl stuff. We never got to any of that. We're getting so out to lunch here.
Okay, yes. So, Mr. Girl,
How did you? So I
Doobie,
want to know
I
about
think
this
Doobie set it up.
investigation.
I think Doobie set it up. I think Doobie's a very Machiavellian figure.
Oh, I
who,
believe, dude.
On
I think
one hand,
Doobie's Littlefinger.
Hey.
he's Littlefinger. He's
Littlefinger.
He is. That is such a good analysis of him.
Hold up. You said Machiavellian like 8 times now, and
Okay, Luke, I have to. I'm sorry, Luke. You are
all the
derailing.
listeners-
You are derailing when CG
all the
has already
listeners
said
just-
he wants to focus on Mr.
all the
Girl and
listeners
Doobie.
just-
so I do have
Mr. Girl
to just
posts
put you
his
on
manifesto.
personal mute
All
if
I'm
you
asking
do
you
I mean, his
that.
investigation. Are you
Oh,
considering
don't do
suing him the
personal
same way
You're
like
right
other
about
couples?
that.
No, I'm running to fucking
You're
sue everybody.
right
Damn,
about
dude.
that.
I'll do server mute for a second, and then I'll unmute him. So just don't personal mute. It's just too complicated.
Okay, you're right. Yes, he does tend to Littlefinger his way through things. So he is, I'm not going to lie, he is an interesting figure. I'd love to know what his motivation is more, but I do think he's banned me twice from
So
politics.
you think that he
I
set
think
you up
he-
with Mr. Girl?
I think he did, and I think he also throws me, I think he publicly throws me under the bus and bans me from politics because he wants to
Protect the
create a
pedophiles?
false sense of security among him and the moderators. I think I'm a little bit of a chess piece for him, or I'm like a red herring.
I'm so fucking glad you started talking about Doobie because I've been keeping my eye on this Doobie guy for like anybody that's been around me for the last 6 months. Doobie has popped up a couple times, and I have not trusted this guy. So this is kind of full circle for me.
So Doobie, I believe the likes of Doobie and these far-right Christian like freak shows that run politics, they're just a new evolution of that ideology from 4chan. In fact, I've been told that Doobie hangs out on 4chan.
Okay.
And so does, and Destiny probably does too.
So
Why do I
wanna
get
know,
brought up
like,
in here?
What was it
Damn.
like when you're actually in contact with Mr. Girl? Like, what is this whole fucking investigation thing that he's doing?
He's very careful. Whatever he's doing, he's very careful. It's very one-sided. He asks me for information and I send it to him, but he doesn't give anything to me. But also, I don't really need anything because I have all of this data. I publicly post FBI reports all over the place. My friends, or whatever you want to call them, they go and disseminate my FBI reports among massive public servers. So, like, I don't really care that he's using me or he's trying to get data out of me or whatever is going on inside of his head. I don't know what he's up to, but he does also keep his distance from me. So he'll DM with me, but he won't go into a call with me. I don't know. Maybe Mr. Girl is actually just friends with Destiny, and it's all a big LARP, and it's a way to try and trap me.
I don't think Destiny's smart enough to do like a fun show thing like that. I think he's like too autistically face up about all his dumbass bullshit that it seems like it's pretty legit.
And he's too narcissistic as well. Like,
Right.
he's too narcissistic and arrogant to think, wow, I have to actually start being careful because I could end up in prison.
Silly Serious
and that's
really
what
fell
will
off
be
deaf
his
ears.
downfall. His
This is not
narcissism
Silly
will be
Serious
his
for me.
downfall. It
how
already
funny,
has been.
can we just like take a minute to appreciate how funny it is that Mr. Girl has messaged every person Destiny has ever had sex with to ask if he abused them? That's something you would do.
Yeah, I've done that with pedophiles in the past.
Yeah.
He's basically
cool.
Mr. Girl's just. I honestly think Mr. Girl's just copying. He's just copying my meta.
He's
right
copying
now.
you.
Like,
He's like doing the same
Yeah.
shit as you. I would feel like he's stepping on your shit.
I should sue him. Actually, I should sue
Yeah,
Mr.
fuck
Girl
Mr.
for copying
Girl.
my meta.
Hey, what do you
Is
think
this the
about
crazy
that
Aussie girl that
Mr.
reported that dude to his
doing
school?
the
Yeah.
I'm a pedophile song though. You don't think there's nothing to that?
Oh yeah, you don't even know about
No.
any of his pedophile stuff.
I've analyzed his video where he's shitting on. Well, he's not shitting on. He's kind of praising Cuties.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Hell yeah.
Cuties is a film made by a woman that I think was satirical, and I believe the artist's intention is to, in a very like inflammatory way, put sexualization of little girls right in the faces of the audience.
Okay,
to
I
be
love
like,
how
"Fuck you."
you're in the middle of the pedophile hunter pro cuties Venn diagram. It's actually this is like an amazing
pro
moment.
cuties. I don't think if I was an artist, I wouldn't do it the way she did it.
by using
it's very
kids, by using actual children.
it's like you try to be the hero long enough and you see yourself become the villain kind of shit. Like that's sort of the
so
space
that's
that
what
she's
people
in.
know Mr. Girl for. He's the cuties guy.
Well, what about that part where he was going, you know, like I thought it was really hot when they did the close-ups on the girl.
I feel like his voice wasn't so syrupy.
When she
and
says she should
layered
sue
with,
him, it's like 90%
it was
honest
like
on
he
her
was
part.
LARPing as an average. When I watch it, it's like he was LARPing as an average Discord user on purpose to piss off.
Giving this nigga a lot of
Mr.
charity.
Girl,
I don't know. It just
Discord
seems
incarnate.
weird. It
You're
seems
right.
weird. It's weird. It's like he was LARPing as an average Discord user, like in this really like smug, condescending way
I'm so
towards his
stupid.
audience. Then goes on, then waits for everyone to raise false reports about him being a pedophile. Then does a song going, "I'm a pedophile." Then the police go and fuck with him, and they find nothing on him.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird, right?
You think he just got volume?
Is it D-A-N-G-E-R-O-U?
Well, if he's such a pedophile,
Weevil.
why, when they sweep
What is
his
best
PC,
in life?
when the
To
police
crush your
come
enemies,
eventually
see
fuck
them
with
driven
him,
before you,
why did they
and hear the
find it?
limitations of their
Well, if
limit.
he's
And
You
the reason why
can't
the reason
arrest
why
somebody
I
for
have,
thoughts in their head, though. You know,
I
that's the
get,
thing.
I guess, but the same thing has happened to me when I go to fuck with pedophiles. Even just now, we saw Luke trying to frame me as a pedophile. When you hunt pedophiles, pedophiles will try to frame you as a pedophile to protect their own institutions. So, like, perhaps the same thing that happened to me has also happened to Mr. Girl, and now he's just LARPing. He's just like, haha, yeah, like, come send the SWAT. Like, send them.
So,
Like, police have literally broken down my door, and I have, like, photo evidence of it. And
I
it's
think
me, like,
Mr. Girl to
laughing
me,
at police.
he seems like the type of guy who gets off on hiding in plain sight. That's kind of the vibe I get from Mr. Girl.
Maybe he's one of the pedophiles that are so arrogant and narcissistic he hides in plain sight. That also could be a possibility. Again, I don't know enough about him, but I do know he avoids me.
I don't think
that is suspect.
I don't think that that's the honestly the pedo shit about Mr. Girl is kind of like, you know, it kind of is what it is, and if you think he is a pedo, then whatever. I think his like weird abuse shit is so much weirder.
Them fucking Peckerwoods at Twitch, I believe that shit.
Oh my god, I would love to sweep the fucking PCs of the Twitch board of directors. I would fucking, that would be fun.
Okay.
Okay, I shouldn't say that because that's going to be taken out of context.
They are.
Do we have anything else to add about Mr. Girl and the whole reaching? What did you tell him? Like when he reached out, what did you tell him?
I told him
about
everything.
Destiny?
All I know is I told him everything, and he said that he's going to include. He's potentially
what is everything?
going to include me.
Like, what is? Just give us an idea of what you said.
So 2 weeks after I was on Destiny, I was stalked by his followers. I was then sexually assaulted at an Arab bed and breakfast by guys who called me. Guys, they swung a sledgehammer at my head and intimidated me.
I don't think any of this ever happened.
I agreed to allow one of them to digitally penetrate me.
What the fuck?
Because I was afraid. I was afraid for my life.
This is what Destiny's community is doing? They're fucking digitally penetrating you?
God damn.
I prefer digitally rape because if you have a sledgehammer, if you have one fucking like Tate supporter swinging a sledgehammer at you to threaten
Digital penetration means fingered.
your life, and then the actual sexual abuser comes to you and says, "Hey, I'll make sure he doesn't hurt you if you just come into my room and watch a movie with me."
So all these things are related to the Destiny video that came out, the sledgehammer.
They all travel in the intersection of right after I was on Destiny. Then the IP address tracing started. Then the in real life stalking began.
Oh, let's hear about. I want to hear about this. So you were stalked after you appeared on Destiny?
So it wasn't just internet stalking. It bled out into IRL.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there would be. There was so much going on around this time. It was like a blur. I was on Destiny. I was public about wanting to expose the pedophile and abusive women and girl culture within Discord. And then suddenly, like, not only American men in Discord are, like, stalking me, but, like, men in Romania, Like,
Yeah, a lot of Romanian men like Destiny.
Yeah, I can imagine. And also, then weird Australian dudes.
Is this like an actual delusion? Yeah, fuck. I wish she used to send me voicemails. Did we listen to one on stream before? It's just like her, like, she's like walking and then she's like, go away or something. And she sent me this and she's like, this is proof of like one of the times people tried to rape me. I think, did we listen to this? Actually, wait, hold on. Maybe it's still on my thing. Has, let's see, has file? Sound? No. Fuck. Has attachment? Is that what it would be? Wait, no, shut up. This is on Discord. Has attachment doesn't work. Try has media. No, what, are you guys just making shit up? It's either file, embed, video. It might be embed for audio, maybe? Fuck, I'm not gonna be able to find it. Or she deleted it. Oh my god, she sent me so many messages. Holy schizo posting. Yeah, fuck, I don't know. She either unsent it or I can't find it. I'm too lazy to look for it.
Started to try and befriend me. An Italian pimp tried to recruit me into prostitution. Two Australian Italian pimps tried to recruit me into prostitution.
Oh wait, I reposted this and wow, good find. Kamasui or whatever.
Like you're recording right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, this is Alice Hager. You might have heard me on Destiny. Destiny has been DMing me for days now, telling me that a rape that happened to me on December 2020, December 20th, I believe, didn't occur.
Wait, this isn't the audio.
That I imagine everything and that I am in psychosis.
She probably is.
So I messaged him today saying I'm going to go and confront my rapist. So at least, I mean, he can hear that they're real people. They probably won't admit it though. I want the world to know the danger of people like this who sell the myth of the false rape claim to the world. It's not the 20-year-old boys who go out and rape because they know they can get away with it. It's not them that are the problem, really. They're just boys who are radicalized. Like that dog. It's the destinies of the world who are the problem. And that's what we all need to start realizing. These guys make money off of all of you guys. Come on, kids. Wake up. If you hate women, if you hate black people, if you hate queer people, they cash the fuck in on all of you. And it harms our fucking species. Stop being cowards and grow the fuck up.
Okay, I think this is her confronting her rapists.
Somebody's going around the city saying that I make... Well, I did get raped in your statement. And you did protect him to the police. Can you get out of my car? I'm not in your car. I'll just go talk to them.
Did you hear all of that?
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you... She's trying to run me over with her car.
Who?
I think you should definitely call the police. She's terrified.
Who
Oh, here, are we recording?
Yeah.
She's one of the people who protected the rape. Are you recording?
Yeah, I had that recorded.
I definitely think you should call the cops. I just want to know why.
You close couple, get out of my house.
I just want to know why you protected a rapist.
Get out. Get out. Get out.
Did you see Jordan?
Get out.
With the sledgehammer? Did you see Jordan with the sledgehammer trying to hit me in the head?
Get out of my house.
Just a yes or no, because you can go to prison if you protect him. If you protect him, you'll go to prison too.
Get the fuck out of my house.
If you go to prison, you'll like.
No, I need the police, please.
Did you see him hitting me
Get
with
out
the
of my house.
Did you see him trying to hit me with a sledgehammer?
Get out of my house now.
Oh, that's assault. That's assault. You just assaulted me. You protect rapists.
Get out.
You fraction of a woman. Well done protecting rapists.
Get out.
Pick me, Penelope. Pick me, Penelope. Did you get all of that?
I got it all.
How guilty did she sound?
So fucking guilty.
Listen to this simp.
A simp.
I'm sorry. I've got to call it. I have to call it here. Tell me this guy is not the biggest fucking simp in the world. Oh my god.
For toxic masculinity, everyone. The women, the white women a lot of the times as well, who protect rapists. And there you have it.
And you weren't
Stay
even
safe.
You weren't even in his house or in her house, were you?
No, I was just in her driveway. She just pushed me with her hands. I just wanted to know if she remembered Jordan with the sledgehammer trying to hit me in the head and intimidate me. Which then led to Max bringing me into his room and promising that if I went into his room with him, he wouldn't hurt me.
And then you were pressured.
I have to go for a while.
And then she was pressured into his room. And she was raped. Everyone should know this. It's disgusting what Destiny did.
Wait,
began
I'm implicated. Oh, these are the DGGers, I think, that supposedly did this. Okay.
whenever they saw his stream. And they started to manipulate her, call her girl gamer, say she was crazy, because that's what Destiny did. Everyone should know this.
Anyway, yeah. Okay, we'll finish up with her. What a character in the DGG universe.
Fusion.
She might be the one to one-up Lav and Mr. Girl.
What else? There was
Maybe she's the next
I
one.
went for a jog one day in like okay, it sounds kind of weird, but there's a cemetery near my house, and during the day, everybody walks their dogs through this beautiful cemetery. And so it was like fucking 1 o'clock in the afternoon, bright as fuck. I'm like, go for a walk through the cemetery. And so I was on the phone to my boyfriend at the time, who was they're actually trans.
Oh, Envy, thanks for gifting 20 memberships in YouTube chat, buddy.
Now that I look back, they were.
Of course. Did
were
they know about the pedophile hunting?
Presented. He adored me. He thought I was the coolest thing.
He liked your work?
He thought I was the coolest thing that had ever hit the internet.
All right, that's it. Wow.
Academics was just watching this on stream and was basically like arguing the point that No Jumper has just like a ton of random podcasts, and that I'd be giving podcasts to random crackheads. So let's just like run through. Let's run through each podcast on the channel at this moment in time. So, the main ones, of course, you have the Adam interviews, and then you also have T-Rail and Flacco doing interviews on the channel as well.
I do interviews.
And Duno, and yeah, and just
Lush.
Lush
I do
doing
Almighty
some
too.
Right, everybody, a lot of people
Gina.
doing some here and there, yeah.
Gina.
But and then you have the No Jumper show, which, you know, I feel like is a pretty respectable podcast that has a sizable viewership, I think it would be fair to say. And then you have At the End of the Day, which is pretty much about the same views on the average week, I would say. And then you have the Shark Tank, which honestly might actually be #1 in terms of like average views per episode. I mean, when you take into consideration all the viral episodes that Sharp has had that have millions and millions of views, I mean, clearly Sharp is not a crackhead, even metaphorically. You know, Sharp's doing numbers. And then you have Disconnected, which, you know, averages about around 100K every single week. So not as big as some of the other ones, but I feel like definitely has a solid fan base, and the people fuck with Disconnected in its own right.
And then there's the Monday show.
And then you got the Monday show, and I feel like the Monday show, you know, obviously that's the one that has gone through the most modifications in recent memory.
But the past few weeks come into its own, and you feel me, got a solidified cast, and is on the way up.
I feel like, and then you have the news streams as well. You have the vlogs. I mean, there's a lot of content going up on the stream. That's not even the same thing. Sledge Lords or the Clips channel or everything else that we have going on. I mean, I don't know. You could definitely look at No Jumper and be like, oh, some of the shows are more popular than other shows, and some of them are not as popular, whatever. But we still, I mean, like, there's a lot of podcasts out there that are considered like big, successful podcasts that get 100,000 views every week on YouTube, right? So, I mean, we have pods that are doing way more than that.
Well, also, I mean, the No Jumper approach to podcasting is becoming like its own network, which features a plethora of different talent and different voices. It's not something like Vlad or Academics where it's primarily one person's voice juxtaposed with, you know, whoever they're interviewing.
But that though, because he know.
Or whatever the topic is of the moment. So it's a very different approach. I can understand how if you're not a regular viewer, you might see No Jumper and be like, who are these motherfuckers? But everybody that's on this platform was hand selected very methodically and has a whole repertoire that predates any of our affiliation with No Jumper. There's nobody on No Jumper that got made as far as in the world of hip hop by No Jumper. Now it did.
Ho ho ho!
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
And how are you this Christmas, little boy?
I'm doing great. What's up?
Just calling to ask, like, how was your Christmas and shit?
It's going, you know, one day at a time. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm just like chilling. I'm watching your stream with Sneeko.
Oh yeah? Where you at right now?
Just packing up in van and then going to Austin, Texas for like a month.
Wow.
You should come out.
I'll be right there, okay?
You did great on that debate, dude.
Wow.
With Sneeko.
Thanks, bro.
Sneeko's totally lost it, dude.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you doing right now?
Factorio, you know how it goes.
What do you got planned today? Is there any content today?
Gonna see how long this hotspot lasts till it dies, and I'm gonna lose my fucking mind again. I'm waiting for like 1 more week for internet to get installed, real internet.
What are you in Miami, right?
Yeah, I live in Miami Beach now. Yeah. Okay. Well, hey, can I go back to watching this?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you, buddy. Stay safe, okay? Don't hit the Benjamin too hard.
Okay.
Give a lot of us second lives. It did, you feel me, put a battery in a lot of our backs. It did provide new opportunities and help a lot of us reach new plateaus. But there's not a single person that's on here that didn't have a valid voice in the culture in one way or another in hip hop prior to No Jumper.
And it's the only network where somebody besides the owner is on camera damn near more than the owner. They can't tell us nothing.
And I've been thinking about this a lot, honestly, like just with the whole end of the year and shit, is that I just feel really lucky that we still, like, after all these fucking years, still have so many people watching the podcast. And I was thinking about that when I was looking at the views on the old episodes, is that we used to do this shit and get 50,000 views or whatever, like 30,000 views when we first started and shit. And it was whatever. I was like, you know, that's not crazy, but
didn't matter.
We're going to keep it going, just see what fucking happens. And, like, you know, I started doing it because of the Joe Budden podcast. And, you know, I'm not going to compare views, but I think that in comparison, we're doing pretty good too. Like, you know, they're still doing numbers and everything. But, I mean, I'm not sitting around comparing myself to other people or whatever. Like, I don't really, like, think about it like that anyway. And even the worst podcasts on here, view-wise, it's still, like, if you're constantly, like, for me, honestly, the thing I feel bad about is just that we're not trying out more people. I want to take my fucking weekly schedule and put more hours into doing streaming content. We're trying out people for the first time and putting more people on camera, if anything. And if you're putting more people on camera, you're kind of like expecting that you're going to do lower numbers to start, right? That's just kind of like expected, and that you have
and
to do what you
everybody
can.
not gonna stick.
Yeah,
and everybody doesn't work with the person that's next to them. Like, they could do low views one day and then the next week be with a whole different dynamic of people on camera, and they could fucking explode.
Yeah, we're high up on a lot of people's lists because of the fact that we just try mad shit.
The
and
cream
some
will
of it
rise to
works,
the top.
you know? Yeah.
All right, what set this off? Big Ack. What's he doing?
What he be doing too.
I know. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm like, yo, that's why I was trying to touch on both of them. I'm like, to keep it real, bro, you don't throw your employee out there because you know, like, unless you think that me and your employee about to get into a back and forth that you could benefit from. It will never happen. Me and him not getting into no back and forth that I say it on my platform, then he say it on your platform, and we respond. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, I really think Adam hired that nigga hoping that one day him and me would go at it. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna show him love. I'm not gonna get at this nigga. You know what I mean? I get it because I think, you know, in a weird world, trying to conquer all ends is like, yo, let me get at the nigga who him and Ack could eventually go at it with. Let me get at these guys, and everything comes back to me. Ha ha ha. Like, no, my nigga, like, me and that nigga not about to go get at nothing. I told y'all what it is, and again.
Wait, why is L a banned phrase? Hello? Wait, who added this? For fuck's sake. I will save them. The bear. Okay.
That's it, bro.
Damn, so you saying that nigga Adams hiding behind a nigga AD now? It's crazy.
No, I never said that. I said, play this.
No, I heard what you said. I heard what you said, gang.
If he was gonna send me that clip, right? Knowing what it said, bro, it would have been better if you saying, yo, bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. Bro, niggas was tweaking a little bit, bro. I edited this shit out, but this is the rest of the shit, bro. Like, you know what I'm a little bit sensitive to. You know that just like how you were doing business, well, maybe because he's in a porn game, he doesn't care anymore. I have certain type of connects and shit like that, that when you have your people or your employees or even yourself, nigga, me and that nigga was going at it for what he was allowing Sarah Molina to say. Nigga, Sarah Molina is literally riding around in the Uber pool, nigga. You should know that your employee, like, this is one thing I don't like what he does is like, bro, you could control that. I'm the ultimate editor. You know how many times somebody has sent in a post to me and has said something or whatever? I'll give you a thing. It wasn't even a big deal. Something really light. One of my trusted guys sent me some shit. It's Cardi B and Offset on vacation. Posted the shit, blah, blah. It only really said Cardi B was like, you know, like turning up. Offset was in the background the whole time. Offset hit me like, damn, bro, like, damn, how you gonna post me and my wife's like, you know, vacation shit and you act like I ain't even there? Granted, I didn't even write the caption, my nigga. Like, I just approved it. Now, I could be a complete pussy. I could be like, no, I got this from my mans who just wrote it, and no, I didn't. Bro, this is why I look at everything that come out on my page. You know what I had to say? Bro, my bad. I'm sorry. Like, yo, bro, yeah, now, should include you in there. I think they were going off the first slide because it was mostly her. There was 2 other slides, and you were definitely all in it. You should have been mentioned. Bro, I took responsibility. That's what you do. You take responsibility. You don't pawn it off. Nobody gives a fuck about Flacco, my nigga. So, like, you only did this for me to give him a verbal slacking. That now y'all could go clown him. But see, it doesn't even help me. Y'all all over there clowning, nigga. I don't like it, but y'all clowning, nigga. Now when I give him this verbal slacking, now y'all gonna clown him some more. But nobody takes accountability. That's it, bro. You gotta just take accountability. Like, yo, bro, yeah, my bad for this. But it's the same thing what Joe was saying when he said, yo, when Adam said, oh no, my employee posted this. Bro, the inner workings of your business is not Joe's business, nor is it mine. Just like the inner working of my business is not Offset's business. The business says academics. The business says No Jumper, which is owned by Adam. All you got to do is just be like, oh yeah, my bad for it. Just even when, like, I mean, I think they dealt
What even got posted he's so mad about? I feel like in a world like this, I don't think I would want to control my employees. I mean, like, because like people can like legitimately beef with each other, right? And now if my employees were doing some wild shit, sure. Like if people were going in on like fucking like academics, like fucking mom or like his like girlfriend or some random shit, then I could understand it. But didn't like Flacco and academics have like some legitimate like back and forth with each other? Like is Adam supposed to tell Flacco like, hey, you're not allowed to fight with anybody? I don't know.
with a decent, but even when they posted this shit saying that there was a guilty verdict, whatever. Don't just pawn it off on an employee. Hey, I'm sorry, we will be better. And if niggas ain't gonna act and operate better, fire them niggas. That's how you do it. Be like, okay, hey, listen, we jumped the gun. We're sorry. From here on out, like, listen, we're gonna take actions to punish, blah blah blah. But bro, nobody's looking at that just to be like, oh, who the hell posted this? Was this? I don't know who posted stuff over there like that. Was this person or not? Bro, it's just, I mean. Anyway, all right, that was some good content, or not good content. Why I got Milagro's name? Somebody said Shorty Whopper Milagro.
That's how to
Somebody
do that.
said, I wonder if Zach TV was here where it would say cheese be at. That's an interesting conversation.
Is academics being a bitch, or does he have a right to be upset?
Somebody's-
I don't know. I don't know. I don't follow any of this drama close enough to know who has a right to be mad about what. Flacco potentially fired. Wait, really?
All right, what else we got on this topic list here?
You fired Flacco?
That's crazy.
We did not fire.
Hey, that nigga AD acting ignorant today.
On my Punstigator too.
Nah, you just hate Flacco, huh?
He said, fuck that
No, I love
political
Flacco.
shit.
You
We
turning up on him
today.
No, Flacco's my guy.
You trying to get him out the paint?
Nah, Flacco's my.
Does Gina like Flacco?
No, she didn't put him on Secret Santa.
You won't
And-
even look at her.
It's crazy because on God, I still don't be having no ill will towards that man right
But
now.
he was just in here.
Hey,
he didn't
don't-
look at you, right?
He do
At
not.
all.
He do not fuck with you.
That nigga don't even look me in the eye.
He treats you like you killed his homie. Or
I was
something.
just in here telling him, I'm like, he still has function.
I be feeling bad for him.
Wasn't even hating. I'm like, he still has function. I'm not going to courtrooms at 7:45. He has a specific position that I think he could fill.
He's great with hip hop knowledge. He's gonna do shit that everybody else ain't gonna do. But I think he's oblivious to a lot of shit.
Facts.
Just how to be a human being. That's all.
But do you think to a certain extent that
Thoughts on this theory? Hold on. Did I really not bring any steel here? No shot. Is this some kind of 4D chess move to look like a deranged lunatic? See how far his stock can plummet after selling before he buys it back? I'd actually be impressed. For big stocks, sell offs and disclosures on this shit. There's I think there's forms he has to file. I don't think he can't secretly buy and sell a stock, right? Unless he does it in the same quarter, I think. I don't remember how those disclosures go.
Flacco kind of had like the wind taken out of his sails because he just kept coming in here week after week, and you and Suicide and T-Rail and even me and damn near everybody here just over and over and over telling him like, stop doing this and you need to like, but realistically it's like, even at our worst, even at our most bullying, we were really looking out for him because he's really
no, because
tripping.
we didn't want nothing to happen to him.
Yeah. No, hold on though. If
I
y'all,
still don't want.
shit.
I
Is
don't
he
want
gone?
nothing to happen.
if y'all
to him.
didn't do that, and he had continued to just shoot off at the mouth with pure autonomy, where would that have ended?
With all
How would that have?
everybody
How would that have
else
turned out?
dealing with that shit.
Or he might have like got caught slipping in some nasty ass.
See, I look at shit like this, right? If we're sitting here, we're going to be a platform. We have to hold everybody accountable, but ultimately, if something happens at No Jumper, this is the nigga that's going to get in trouble for the shit.
Facts.
Regardless. So, like, just looking at that shit, it's like, okay, on one end, it's like, okay, Adam tries to make people act independently, but this is not independently because anything that comes on his platform, they're going to hold him to that shit. So it make all of us look bad. If Adam do something stupid right now, people will be like, AD, why Adam do this?
But there's
why does he do this?
There's
And
a
I'm
whole-
representing this company.
That's facts.
I can't represent this company
I
if
ain't gonna lie.
there's some
That's-
weirdo shit on here.
That's crazy that you said that, because like the last couple times that I've been in public, I think it was like a battle rap event, and on God, a nigga pulled me to the side and asked me how I feel about Adam and the shit he.
See?
I swear to God, and nigga, I just found myself defending you for 45 minutes.
I remember.
Nigga,
I
in the
was
middle,
there.
yeah, you was there in the middle. I'm like, nigga, first of all, he paid me, nigga. Second of all, nigga, I'm like, what other network you see just employing all young black motherfuckers?
See, me and this
Like,
nigga,
let's keep it a buck.
We argue like cats and dogs.
Let's be clear. Forethought is black, and Eris was Hispanic, and Ninu I think is French, and August is I think like Asian Australian. Okay, I have the most diverse workforce of any online talent agency. Okay, don't let anybody tell you different.
You feel me?
And now that's what I told him too. I was like, if you don't think if I'm in the same room with Adam and he say something that I disagree with, you don't think I'm gonna be like, hey Adam, I don't fuck with that. I don't give a fuck if this my boss, nigga. If it's something I disagree with, I'm gonna say it. We grown ass men. We can disagree. That's fine. You know what I'm saying?
And this is
but I
my-
had to defend that nigga for like an hour.
And I look at him like the homie. So like, if
Facts.
he do something
I'm
I
holding
don't
my
like,
homies accountable.
if he don't say something I don't like, I don't sit. I'm just like, hey bro, I don't fuck with this. Woo woo woo. He gonna tell me the same type of shit.
Right.
But I'm not gonna come on camera and be like, all right, whatever, and make the shit. I'm
We
still gonna
know.
hold this shit down.
We in the group chat too, motherfucker. we know.
I don't think
like,
anybody
you gotta
here
put it to the
feels
side.
like they can't fucking argue with me about shit.
Nah,
Like,
Nigga, you
know?
stubborn as hell.
I mean, I'm fucking starting arguments
Nah.
half the time. If I got something to say, I'll just say it.
Between 8 and 11, it's up every single day. That's,
Royal Rumble
Facts.
before the
Every
joint gets
morning.
sparked.
Every morning.
before
it's
Adam,
sports.
before Adams hit the Jack Shack.
Facts.
I don't usually beat off in the morning.
It goes up in the morning.
Maybe I should
do that.
institute that though.
I
Maybe
think out of
you should.
everybody here, you probably done had one-on-one conversations with me more than everybody.
Really?
Would you agree? As
But-
far as on some like confrontation type shit.
Here and
Okay.
there, we got to patch things up.
So with that being
Facts.
said, do you feel like there's a degree of culpability on your part for the whole Flacco thing, considering Flacco was kind of what you unleashed as, I can't say this shit, I can't talk shit, I have to stand on my words, but this fucking wrecking ball of a human being can?
The white man strikes again.
Nah, but like, listen, Flacco, like, it's easy for people to forget
It's a
how.
human bowling ball.
Listen, when he first came in here, when we first flew him out, and remember how fucking entertaining every goddamn piece of content we did about him was? It was like we couldn't even do this show every Tuesday without talking about him half the fucking time. It really got out of control at a certain point, and it was like he just came in with a different energy and mad controversial takes and everything, and a lot of it was.
Another reason why I don't fuck with a nigga like Anthony Fantano, this got nothing to do with Tory Lanez and nothing like this. This bitch ass nigga been trying to be woke for so motherfucking long, like, you know, especially since Twitter, like, kind of like shifted towards the woke ideology and shit like this. Bro, like, you know, anybody who was independent media, and I would consider him one of those people like back in the day, now he's just trying to like, you know, trying to hang his hat and trying to like ride the coattails of every woke philosophy or woke thought. No independent thought, bro. You just look like a fucking parrot, my nigga. Like, I've never heard you say, other than hate on Drake, I guess. I haven't heard you say anything that could be like, okay, that sounds like a nigga who actually has his own mind. It doesn't have to be about, I know you're going to try to make this about Tory. It ain't about Tory, my nigga. Like, I remember debating with you one time, like, we was on some shit and it was just about whatever. Maybe you were the person back then that you are now, but Nigga, all I see you now is just a washed up piece of shit trying to tell my Big Act. Nigga, I'm Big Act. You not Big Act. I'm sorry to tell you, nigga. Another reason why I don't fuck with a nigga like Anthony Fantano, this got nothing to do with Tory Lanez and nothing like this. This bitch ass nigga been trying to be woke for so motherfucking long, like, you know, especially.
Damn. Facts.
Fucking over the line, let's be real. But like, I mean, we brought him in here like anybody else, except he had to fucking move out from Wyoming. But I mean, I don't really feel like guilty about it or anything. Like, he fucking, you know, he's doing his thing.
You hear the guilt in his voice.
But what am I supposed to feel guilty about? That I gave him a fucking opportunity?
Damn.
You made him move out here. You said, see ya.
Nah, but I didn't fire him.
Not yet.
I mean,
Wait,
listen,
what the fuck?
if somebody comes out here and gets on the show, obviously it kind of like if you move out here to be on the show, obviously we're going to be conscious of the numbers, right?
It's
and
not-
if the
look-
numbers dramatically fall off, we're going to be conscious of it.
This shit is not a motherfucking charity at the end of the
Right.
day.
Yeah, right.
Like, you have to earn
Hold
your
your
spot,
weight or get the fuck on.
keep that spot, and it could go at any time.
Facts.
So you better fucking stay
And
on
we
it.
haven't had to like necessarily run into a position where somebody that we really fuck with, that we really consider homies, that we really like as a person, that we have to say like, all right, this person has been on the channel for a while, but realistically it ain't working out. So we gotta, like, that is gonna be a weird fucking bridge to cross one day if it does become like that. And it is kind of weird too though, because don't you feel like how much we like each other kind of like coincides with how much the fans like each other, each person as well? Like, if somebody
think,
genuinely sucks on camera,
yeah,
doesn't that
yeah,
also
yeah.
generally seem like a person that you wouldn't really be dying to be in the group chat with every day either? But not always, because, you know.
Then again, you never put them in a group chat.
And then again, some people are like super fucking laid back and chill, and they're the homie, but you would never really. What the fuck is going on with the
Yeah,
audio
my
levels?
shit went up.
Oh God, my
Hopefully-
shit went down and
Hopefully everything's all right.
But the thing
but
is,
like,
we good now.
We got a lot of homies that are mad chill that you fucking love, but you wouldn't really want to see them on camera. So that's different. Like, some people are just kind of like boring on camera, but they're like great people.
True. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, we have to have our own opinions, because the fans is gonna be like this. They gonna fuck with you, not fuck with you, not. So
Facts. You gotta just do your thing.
True.
But I don't know. I think maybe when he would have prevented this by speaking to me and Gina. That's it. This exact position would
100%.
have been stopped.
100%.
If all he had to do was say, look, can we make the show more about the topics and less personal about me?
I think we need to see you, Gina, and Flacco on camera at least one more time, just so
I'm not
I want
mad.
him to say how he feels in his heart
He's
towards
not
each of
going
you.
to. He literally talked to Lush the entire show. He didn't even look at us and.
Okay, I don't care about this stream at all. Snapple.
Oh, hey. Is my microphone okay?
It is for now. What's up?
So, I've been wondering about because you've been in the red pill thing for a while now, just dipping in. And when they start talking about the Evo psych stuff, I've noticed that you don't usually come up with like counterexamples. Is it because you think it's counterproductive, or it's just you can't think of anything at the moment?
I feel like I do sometimes. Yeah, it just depends on what the conversation is.
Yeah, because I was listening to, like, I noticed when you were listening to the guy who was talking about the rites of passages for men and all the hunter-gatherer stuff. You remember that guy?
Not in particular, but just what about it?
No, because he was talking about, like, there's no rites of passages for men anymore and all that stuff, you know, typical stuff. But there's, like, tons of rites of passages for men and, like, current rites of, and in current tribes that are still hunter-gatherers. They're kind of, like, not really for the red pill scene. Like, there's this tribe in Papua New Guinea that their rites of passage for boys is to suck cock and swallow cum. So that's kind of like not really.
I
In
mean,
the
I
image
imagine
of-
they probably would say those are not the kinds of rites of passages that they want. That would be my.
Yeah, I know that's not what they want, but like those tribes are pretty isolated, and if you're going by Evo Psych, you would assume that like they would naturally go towards the things that they think are correct, wouldn't they?
I don't know. I guess I'd have to ask an Evo Psycher, but maybe.
Okay. Also, that was pretty much it. But can you please tell Melina that like she should be more careful in the kitchen, because it sounds like she breaks everything every time she goes in there.
I'll let her know. Okay.
Okay. Thanks. Anyway, I love you.
Have fun. Be careful, bud. Bye.
Bye.
What do you got for us today?
Did you you remember a few weeks ago? I need to mute the stream. Do you remember a few weeks ago when you were like, when Zerka was in the stream, and you like ended it, or he ended it or whatever, and you're like, okay, fine. Someday we're gonna, or not someday. You were like recent or soon we're gonna deep dive into politics or into your conspiracy theories. Do you remember saying that?
Probably. Yeah. What about it?
When are you doing that?
When I finish Factorio.
How many things are you doing after you finish Factorio? Do you have
It's gonna be a
list?
content renaissance. Okay.
Okay. Now, what is so hard about just turning on dark mode? You had it before.
Because it doesn't impact things that much. I think you guys just obsess over dark mode because you're just fucking. You read somewhere that like dark mode is so fucking cool, and it's not really that cool. It doesn't make that big of a difference.
Or it's just better on the eyes.
Then turn your fucking monitor brightness down. If everything on your monitor is hurting your fucking eyes, and make your shit less bright, you fucking moron.
What are you talking about?
Turn your shit down. Turn your shit down. Easy. Problem solved.
Just turn your shit down. Just don't look at it.
Yeah, boom. There you go. Turn your shit down.
Why is there dark mode if everyone should just do that?
I don't know. Dark mode is for trendy losers that think that like too much blue light is making them skin cancer or some
to
shit.
not burn your eyes?
My eyes don't burn because my monitor brightness is appropriate.
That doesn't...
Come on.
Okay, but I have higher dynamic range. I have better colors. It looks better when it's brighter. It looks better when it's
clearly it doesn't, because anytime it's brighter, you probably try to find a way to turn the brightness off.
Okay. Should everyone just be subjected to getting flashbang whenever they watch your stream?
Here's the problem. The reason why it's a flashbang is because the dynamic range of your monitor isn't actually the dynamic range of your monitor.
Are you trolling?
It's the dynamic range.
Are you trolling?
Of your fucking room. You probably live in a room in the basement with the curtains pulled with 0 light sources besides the 7,000 fucking lumens that are coming off your fucking monitor.
Well, my light is on right now.
That's why you probably need it, so that there's dark mode on everything, because God forbid a little bit of fucking light gets into your life, you'll fucking lose your mind, okay? That's probably what's going on.
No, it's just straining. It's just straining. It's normal. It's normal for having... No one wants to be blinded in the morning.
Your mom does. I blind her every morning by shooting cum in her eyes.
Okay, so...
Problem?
Are you actually just trolling? Like, you think it's a user error? It's user error. Why people don't like light mode. It's trendy. It's just trendy.
Yeah, I think it's just trendy dog shit. Problem?
Yeah. Can you change TF to having colons at the either side? Did you see my email?
Probably not. What's it about?
It's about that.
Oh. Why would I change it? Why would I make that emote different?
Because
from every other emote?
TF is colloquially means the fuck.
Okay.
And everyone says it.
I'll think about
Everyone says it like that. And no one says, and then whenever I say it, because DGG is the only place I have to be conscious about it, everyone bullies me. And no, they don't bully me. They make fun of me whenever I make the mistake. And it's so annoying. It's like, oh, my whole thing gets soured, and now no one takes my message seriously.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever worry that you spend too much time trying to make the world adaptable to you?
No, I'm a man of the I'm a man of the viewer.
Oh, are you?
Okay. Every time I come in here, I'm asking to help. I'm asking you to for you to do something to make the stream better. When have I come in here and trolled? Every single time I'm coming in here with a way to make the stream better. Every single time.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind, okay?
Like, these 3 things. It's so easy. Just turn it on. Can you at least turn on YouTube? If I come in, okay, if I, like, prepare and I get, like, make a whole argument, and then you can't think of a thing to, like, counter it, other than it's trendy, okay? And,
the thing is I like the way my monitor looks. I don't need to change it and turn all everything
It's not
to dark
your
mode
monitor. It's not your monitor. It's the UI of YouTube.
Yeah,
or
which is stuff
Windows.
coming out of my monitor. I like the way that looks.
That's not your
It's fine.
monitor.
It all works for me. I don't need to change everything to dark mode.
It's trendy. That doesn't make any sense.
It's okay, dude.
It doesn't make any. Okay, then is it is mic filters? Is that just trendy, or does everyone love hearing your dog shit mic on stream? But they just don't know it. They actually don't prefer every other streamer that has like noise filters and shit.
I don't know. Good question.
They actually like your like
Yeah. Yeah.
Is that it?
Is it?
I don't know. I just want to hear you say it, if it is or not, and you're being honest.
I'm not sure. I'd have to think about it.
Man, what did I do to you? Why can't you just do it? Like, everyone wants it.
Yeah, I know. That's why I don't want to do it. Maybe in 2020, after I finish Factorio, okay?
Will you promise that?
No.
How much money do I have to donate? Can we do like a
No.
GoFundMe?
Nope.
Okay.
Hey, Lawler. Hello.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
Doing great. How are you?
I'm not bad.
Cool.
Yeah, so my question here today,
Yeah.
relating to, I know you're talking about more serious content, or taking content maybe a little bit more seriously in terms of the next year, right, with the DGG network or whatever you want to do. Is that correct? That's a plan, or a possible plan?
Taking more seriously with the DGG network. Sure?
Yeah, so here's my thoughts on what I'd like to see, kinda, and I don't know if it can be done. Like,
oh yeah,
sometimes, let me give you my content ideas, my great content ideas, or what I was thinking about. I think in terms of the stream, making it a little bit maybe more structured, right? Like, I don't know if you could get like a producer intern, someone to give you 5 topics of the day, right? Like we have, the Twitter files going on. Why can't we go in deep discussion about those, and then as you do that on stream, you can create that into like a YouTube video that nicely summarizes Destiny's position on the Twitter files, what the left got wrong, what the right got wrong. Here's Destiny's great position, right? Because as Destiny's fans, we think your ideas or your positions on things are relatively good, and we like to share that with the world. That type of idea. Does that make sense?
Gotcha. Yeah, for sure.
And then in terms of and then you could just do like the 5 biggest, daily news topics of the day, and just have that as the stream instead of, Factorio. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, for sure. I'll get right on that. Okay.
All right. Looks like you're not taking me very seriously, but I appreciate your time.
Okay. We'll see what we do after. Okay. After Factorio is done. Okay.
Okay. Wish you luck.
Bye. Blue Magic.
Okay. Wish you luck.
Hello?
Hello.
Wait, hold up. How come I can't hear you?
How can you not hear me? You just responded to me.
Wait, I can hear you through my speaker. How come I can't hear you through my headset? How do I? I'm on the app.
Okay, you figure that one out, buddy. That second black guy. What up?
Hey, what's up?
How you doing?
Oh, can you hear me?
Loud and clear.
Okay, bet. I was thinking, with all this talk about bringing women back to your apartment and you just roasting this guy about his shitty lighting.
Okay, do you I'm just curious. Are you like at the entire other end of your room, or are you just shouting down a hallway, or how?
Oh, I did walk away from my PC. Oh, is this better?
No, it's okay. I was just curious. I don't know if we were.
Oh, I have like wireless headphones. I don't know.
Oh no. I don't know why wireless headphones would make a difference because it's still in your head. But okay, go ahead.
Well, that's why I'm confused, buddy.
Well, maybe it's not using the right microphone. But whatever. Okay, hit me up.
Oh,
What do you
maybe.
got?
Okay, whatever. I think it would be funny if you roasted the viewers like PC setups in their apartments and stuff, because they probably have shitty setups.
Roast the
That's all.
viewers' PC setups in their apartments. Okay, I'll think about it. Okay.
Okay. Hey, you should play poker too, please. For the degenerates.
Okay, I'll think about it. Okay.
Okay, bye. Love you.
Bye.
How do I leave?
I drag you out. Wait. Set train limit. This will make it so no more trains come here, right? Why? What the fuck is... How do I set it for just a number? This is just like a signal, right? Is there no way to put a number here? Train limit. Since the maximum number of trains going to this train stop includes the stop train, the value on that signal. Oh, cringe. Okay, I don't care about that then. I'm trying to think of... I don't know what to do with all the iron from this scrap. Because I'm making too much. I'm going to have like an overflow for space. I need to like take it back down to Earth. Google, what's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going great. How you going?
I'm doing good. I was wondering if you had thought any more about like AI art or like what's going on there, because there's a lot of like contention there, and I work in art, and I thought that like I tend to have a different opinion than most of my contemporaries, and so yeah, I was wondering what your thoughts are there, because I feel like there's just so much conversation, but I don't feel like anybody's having it in like a reasonable way.
I feel like the direction forward is figuring out how to live with it. I think that technologies are one of those things where once the cat's out of the bag, you can't really put it back in. I think that I understand the frustration of artists trying to fight against the oncoming like deluge of AI generated art, but I don't think that there's anything. I don't think you're not going to stop it. You're not going to be able to not make it, right?
Yeah, it's like outside of like the government literally like banning it.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I personally like I like AI art. I think that it gives like it's like a tool. You know, I use it to be able to communicate with other artists, like the essential things that I'm trying to go for, and like I think that that's great. But I think that like nobody wants to have like people talk about like, oh, it's just it's just mashing images together, or it's just kind of like they don't really understand like the process of how it works. So they say like, oh, well, if it looks like somebody's image, like it should be, accredited to them, but they don't understand how like machine learning or AI image stuff kind of functions. I think it's kind of it's unfortunate that like you can't really sit down and have like an actual conversation about like, well, what does this mean for like things like copyright, or what does it mean for things like everyone just kind of like screams and is like AI art won an art contest, and it's like it's so much more complicated than that.
Sure, yeah. But yeah, I mean, I can understand like artists feeling irritated or threatened. I mean, like it's a fair point, but
yeah, I think I definitely think it's fair. But I guess that like I guess it is fair, but I don't think that that just being upset about it is going to do anything. I think that you kind of have to like find other ways to be able to handle.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I think like a couple of years ago when there was like the whole like self-driving cars conversation, everyone was like, oh, it's going to put truck drivers and stuff out of business, or out of jobs, and nobody seemed to really care.
Mm-hmm.
Unless you were part of those industries. Like I don't like nobody that I was associated with really seemed to care. But now that it's affecting them, now they care.
Sure. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes with everything. That's how people are. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I think the hypocrisy is something that is notable at least. But all right, well, I guess that's it.
Okay. Have fun.
All right, talk to you later. I love you. Bye.
Girlfriend. Dead horse. Hello.
How are you?
What's up?
So what I'm thinking, or what's been bothering me, or not really bothering me, is like the Democrats in 2024 what's going to be their game plan? Like, it's like Biden's obviously going to run again, but like, do you think there's going to be a backup in case for them? Like,
I don't know what a backup. I don't know what you mean by that.
I mean, it doesn't seem like the establishment wants a Kamala Harris in the White House, as even though she is the vice president, it just doesn't feel that she is the best bet. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I think they're probably gonna run Biden and see if Biden wins. That's probably what they're gonna do, right?
Yeah.
Are you asking if they're gonna do like a different vice president?
Yeah, I'm wondering because it just seems very strange right now. I don't know. The mood is very odd.
I don't know if has that ever happened in all the history of U.S. politics? Wait, can you even do that? You must be able to do that. Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sure you can. I'm sure, like in history. I mean, I would have to look it up. I don't not too versed, but I mean, all you would have to do is have them resign, and then try to push someone in. But
sure,
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that'll happen. But who knows? We'll see. I can't make that prediction. I have no idea. I don't have any strong feelings about it one way or another right now.
And I guess while we're on the topic, I guess Republicans. I don't think that DeSantis is going to run.
Why do you say that?
I don't know. The vibe I get from DeSantis is that he's very comfortable in Florida. He has a very good reputation there, and I mean, if he's looking at like history, like when Jeb Bush tried to get out of Florida, it did not go very well for him. So I just would imagine that he would sort of just keep his power while he has it, allow Trump to do his thing, and then maybe bide his time for 2028.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's still fairly young.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. I disagree, but who knows? We'll see. I mean, like, governor kind of sets you up perfectly for like being president. No, what are the majority of presidents before they become president?
Most presidents are governors beforehand.
Yeah, so I mean,
I mean that is the progression. But I would just imagine from his position, because if you have a Trump and if there's a Trump that's on your side, you would obviously want to get that idiot out of the way. Like, if he's going to do his stupid thing with Kanye or whatever, then like wait for him to like make a mockery of it, and then by 2028, see what you can do. But who knows,
Yeah. All right. Well.
How have you been otherwise?
Not too good. Waiting for internet.
Oh man, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Well, wish you luck in the new year, dude. Have a good one.
Thanks a lot, buddy. Peace out.
Bye.
Judge this car accident. Jesus Christ. Black truck guy seems like he's trying to cut him off, and this guy's like, well, I'm gonna kill you, I guess. My God. Good one.
They say money can't buy happiness.
Whoever said that didn't have enough money.
This is garbage.
This is the most Bitcoin thing you could do at a Bitcoin conference.
It's terrible.
Tear up.
This is the instrument of financial terrorism.
We're at the New York Stock Exchange.
And this is for everyone who has been taken advantage by the big guy.
That's awesome. Please rise. It seems very stressful because we're not just talking about a couple dollars, we're talking about millions of dollars potentially.
Yeah! 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 Woo! It was like a little cult in there. They started turning on me like, yo, you're a scammer, blah, blah, blah.
Are you a scammer?
As clickbait headlines warp our view of the world, I'm spiraling down the rabbit hole looking for the truth. On this episode, crypto.
FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
Yeah, I don't think so.
If you watched the Super Bowl this year, it was hard to miss the 4 crypto-related ads featuring big celebrities and a QR code. While the price of digital currencies has skyrocketed over the years, so has the hype. But something caught my eye when watching an episode of Vice's Dark Side of the 90s that retold the cautionary tale of the dot-com bubble.
There's no bigger stage in the world of traditional marketing than the Super Bowl.
Every .com was buying up the media space to be on the Super Bowl.
The comparisons between the Super Bowl ads of the dot-com bubble and the crypto craze were striking. For those living under a rock for the past few years, cryptocurrencies are digital money that can be sent between users online.
Oh shit. I can make a timer, right? So I can say it's either empty or time past 60 seconds, right?
Wallets. Each transaction is recorded on a ledger known as a blockchain, which is then stored in larger chunks of data that are verified by other computers on the network. Cryptocurrencies are not backed by any other asset and technically have no intrinsic value. Its worth is based on what people are willing to pay for it, but proponents say there's a lot of value in moving away from a centralized money system backed by paper currencies, known as fiat money, which also don't have any intrinsic value, but is backed by the faith in its issuer, mostly governments. But there's no shortage of critics who have raised the alarm about the potential nefarious uses of cryptocurrencies. To better understand this newfangled money, I bought a ticket to the 2022 Bitcoin conference in Miami.
How long in the making is this? They mentioned the FTX stuff, so it must be fairly recent, right? Or unless they just threw that in at the end.
A fever dream for anyone into crypto. This year, over 25,000 of the most faithful Bitcoiners came to celebrate the digital asset. While there are thousands of digital currencies, Bitcoin is considered the oldest and arguably the most well-known.
You ready, guys? We're going to the moon. What are you doing down here? Are you networking? Are you...
I'm just a huge fan, so I'm going down and seeing all the people that like Bitcoin.
The event themselves is cool because it brings us together, and then we kind of branch out and network among ourselves. And we're all so early still. People think they missed the boat on the opportunities, but that's not true.
So what are you doing here, Nick Nasty?
The money was good, the weather was right, and the women are nice.
What are you such a fan of?
The whole crypto, the revolution, you know, like anti-government.
The revolution.
It's all cool.
It is an interesting crowd, but it's a fun crowd. I've not met anybody who's not a good time.
To it, I'm telling you, you eat ass, she'll never forget you. After a while, she's gonna love it. She'll tell her friends.
Well, the crowd definitely had some folks who were a fun time, if you're into eating ass. But I was here on a mission. I wanted to know why Bitcoin, of all the cryptocurrencies out there, was the best and had the most devoted fan base. So I hit up Max Kaiser and his wife Stacy Herbert, who are minor celebrities in the Bitcoin world.
Orange pill, orange pill.
This show is all about sats, margs, and orange pill.
Thank you much.
All right, cool, guys.
Do you get stopped pretty frequently in events like this?
Well, you're about to find out. What's up?
What's up?
What's going on? How's it all going?
Oh, I think it's
okay, my pleasure. My pleasure. Hey.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Max calls himself a Bitcoin maximalist. To even use the word crypto around him is a faux pas.
Why am I in this show?
Because you're the crypto expert.
No, I'm crypto. That's
You're
a
the
curse
Bitcoin
word.
expert.
Don't ever say that again today, or I'll just be unmanageable.
All right,
I'm going to be a
meant-
stroppy.
I meant
storm off without quit this whole project.
Is Bitcoin not a cryptocurrency, or do you not even consider them in the same vein?
They're not the same. Only Bitcoin is truly decentralized, so you can't really make the comparison.
between them.
I wanted to ask Max why he didn't consider Bitcoin a cryptocurrency, but we were constantly sidetracked by everyone who wanted to take a photo with him.
All right.
For life.
All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go. Awesome. Let's do it. Thanks. Okay, cool. You gotta get me somewhere.
Okay.
I'm gonna be stuck here. Where do you want me?
Let's go backstage real quick. We'll regroup. Finally, we found a semi-quiet place to talk. You know, everybody here seems to be a Bitcoin maximalist, but you're the Bitcoin maximalist. So what does that mean?
Michael Saylor calls me the high priest of Bitcoin, the high priest of maximalism. The path narrows, as I like to say. So the deeper you go into the rabbit hole, the more...
Does he sound a little bit like Linus, the guy that comes in and talks to me, not Linus Tech Tips, but our Linus? Just a little bit?
Maximalist you become. If you study Bitcoin, you realize that it's the last trade. Everything is ultimately going to go into Bitcoin.
It's not a technology, it's not software, it's not all that shit. What it is perfect money. The only other two monies that were even remotely similar in history,
gold and silver,
and U.S. Treasuries.
Oh, the fiat money system's collapsing. I think that's pretty clear. Gold is not as good as Bitcoin for many, many reasons. It does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it solves a fundamental question for humans. What is perfect money? And with that, we're restarting, really, humanity. And that's a great time to be alive.
But there, you watch this year in the Super Bowl, there were how many different, I don't know, you don't like this word, the C word.
Can't say on Vice?
My mother taught me better to say that word.
Don't self-censor yourself.
All right.
This is America.
We're not
we have
talking
free
about,
speech.
we're talking about the other C word.
Oh, that word. Oh, I would never say that
Just
word. That's an awful word. Never say that word. Take that crypto word out of your mouth.
I didn't say it. She actually said it, so.
Don't force me to come up on stage and slap you.
Is there too much buzz around the C word space in general?
Well, nothing in the C word space has succeeded, right? I mean, been looking at this now for almost 12 years, and we've seen hundreds and thousands come and go, and none succeed, and none will succeed.
When I listen to some of this stuff about the tax benefits, to me, I go, ooh, it could be just another way for the rich people to hide their money. I mean, do you look at it like that at all? Do you see that critique?
I would say it's not about rich people hiding their wealth. It's about poor people hiding their wealth. Because rich people can always hide their wealth, with or without Bitcoin. That's been true since the beginning of time. But poor people have never had a chance to hide their wealth.
There's so many people that say that this is all one big scam.
Bitcoin is not the bubble. Bitcoin is the pin. And it's pricking the bubble, which is fiat money. That's what Bitcoin does. It reveals the scam. It reveals the US dollar as a scam. It reveals the gold market as a scam.
The end of the fiat dark ages is here. The beginning of Renaissance 2.0 and good times is here. It's still early. If you could trade some fiat, if you could buy Bitcoin with dollars, it's early.
Okay. What's the fiat? Am I not gonna be able to?
God, I saw the fucking best girl ever yesterday. Holy shit. My dream girl. Have you guys ever seen the movie Gone Girl?
Buy it with fiat?
Oh my
Who's
God.
gonna want to take your fucking dollars?
This is garbage.
This is the most Bitcoin thing you could do at a Bitcoin conference.
It's terrible.
That's the one for me.
This is the instrument of financial terrorism. We're eradicating the plague of the US dollar and all fiat money. Will you join us, my son? Will you forsake fiat money?
I've got to have
and
the laser eyes
Bitcoin into your life as the ultimate savior?
I praise the algorithm.
Done! Saved again! Another soul has been saved.
Max and Stacy hadn't quite converted me, but I did start to understand the culture.
Oh, here's a random observation, because you guys watched The Northman the other day. Super overhyped movie, okay? It's okay. It's not bad, but it was super overhyped. Or I was just reading way too many alt-writers online that were, like, obsessed with that movie. Let's see, we're gonna enable... Okay. This is about to be the most gamer take I've given of all time. That's less than 30,000. I have 20,000. Does it kind of feel like that movie? I know this wasn't the case. But does it kind of feel like the movie was set up to be like a video game? It feels like it follows like a very like video game, almost like short video game format. Like the minor backstory into the like, here's the thing later. There's like the side quest that you have to fight the monster to get like the secret sword, but it only works at midnight. You've like I don't know, feels like it would be a good like video game formula. Am I crazy? Maybe.
Cultural beliefs behind Bitcoin. In addition to listening to hours and hours of people talking about money, I realized...
Which movie? Did I say The Northman? The Northman.
I was missing out on another important aspect of crypto culture, the parties. So I made some calls to some locals to see where we could get a camera crew in to party.
It sounds unlikely.
For which one? For both of them?
It sounds unlikely for party.
Okay, we'll be on standby.
I already group chatted in with one of the guys at.
Okay.
You guys are good to go to this.
And we're good to bring one camera in with us, or?
Yeah, you can do whatever you want.
All right, sick. Okay, cool.
After hours of back and forth and waiting, a friend of mine involved with the NFT scene, Tommy O'Hanty, was able to get us in touch with someone, still not sure who, to get us into a party.
So you're connected with the scene from your NFTs, kind of?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So like, everybody, reaches out and they're like, Tommy, like, you gotta come, you gotta...
It reminds me of the Slappers Only video we watched where the guy goes to like the NFT Monkeys party, and as long as you have the NFT, you get in.
Check out what we're doing, our projects.
Do you know the owner? Who is this guy?
Apparently I do, but I honestly don't even remember his name.
Okay.
So,
all right. Very cool.
See. Go to the right side.
Okay. There's a lot of people here.
Yeah, this is kind of what I wanted to show
Probably
you
want
guys.
to enable and not disable.
Definitely
Wait, did I
something.
fuck something up? A circuit?
So everybody's in the front yard here, but they're not necessarily getting in? What's going on?
I would imagine that's the case.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you drink?
No, this is exactly what I want.
I'm going to drink. Yeah, we got a drink.
If you're gonna criticize me, post your Space Factory, okay? Fuck you.
We're still online, so we're waiting for the owner to come get us.
Be mealful.
It's kind of crowded, so it's kind of difficult. No, I know. No, nobody's tripping. Yeah, I mean, I think we'll do great. Yeah, I mean, everyone. Just let's bring the party.
Let's get through.
Yeah, dude, no one's getting in.
What's up? Same squad.
Show me your media passes. Thank you. I like that.
This is not a safe area. Sorry.
Holy shit. Oh my god. I feel rebirth.
I guess get a drink.
Oh my god, there's so many people here. Where are the drinks at? What do you guys want? You guys want a drink?
Getting a free drink.
We didn't get that, I think. Guys in the white shirts say that no cameras are allowed in there.
Can we finish these beers? All right, so we just got into a sick party, and then we got kicked out of a sick party. All right. Welcome to Bitcoin Week.
As my time came to a close in Miami, things never looked so bright for Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies. But just like my abrupt exit from the party, cryptocurrencies also experienced a rude awakening.
Bitcoin is in free fall. It's almost 70% off its historic high it hit in November.
As some experts warn that a crypto winter is coming.
Several crypto firms reportedly cautioning that thousands of digital currencies and blockchains are likely to collapse in the coming years.
The price of digital currencies fell, and we descended into a crypto winter. To warm myself up and see what the fallout was, I returned, hobbling to Miami, after I broke my foot getting up to pee in the middle of the night.
Jesus.
Something almost as embarrassing as my decision to buy some Bitcoin right after the conference. I had yet to see how someone used cryptocurrencies in a practical manner, so I came to meet up with one of Tommy's friends, Sal, who wanted to show us how he used digital money in the real world.
What are we doing here?
We're just about
Why not? All the hardcore crypto people I've talked to have talked about how like it's good if you're like fucking like Venezuelan or Argentinian or something. Like you go to some place that has trouble like accessing your money or some shit, and that these are the big use cases for it. But I haven't seen anybody do like a show on that. Spooky Nature, we're going to the tier 5. Super clever. Oh my god.
to hop on some skis right now.
Okay.
Just some typical Miami day, you know?
Typical Miami day. And you paid for this experience with your crypto.
Yeah, of course. I mean, just like any other experience here in Miami, you can pay in crypto. It's a very crypto-friendly city.
Oh yeah, we've heard.
Is that true?
Well, I'd go with you, but I'm a little worried about my foot. So
I thought you were going with me.
I was supposed to go with you, and then I fucked up my foot, man.
You have to get on with me.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Sometimes you just can't say no.
How do you jet ski with a broken foot? That sounds fucking agonizing.
Sal was very interested in showing us how he could use cryptocurrencies for so-called practical purchases. So we ended up at Timepiece Trading, a place I'd visited before while shooting my documentary about the rich.
This watch with a rainbow bezel from the factory, $750,000.
Really?
Damn.
How are we feeling?
Good, man. This feels like deja vu. We're going back to Timepiece Trading.
Yeah,
I was late, I'm sorry.
Spot.
Hey, man, good to see you again. I think I met you last time. Yes.
How we got there, bro? Good?
Good, man. Very young pet gems. Very young pet gems.
I gotta be secure.
That's right.
Let's get you on the right camera. Okay. Cheers.
Are there any particular subject matters you haven't seen in movies yet that you think would be interesting? I don't know. Not that I can think of.
So what's up, Zeke? What do you think?
Man, I was in here before I got the whole spiel last time. I don't know anything about watches. You know, I upgraded since last time I saw you got an Apple Watch, but like, I don't know what I'm looking at when I look at this.
At least you have something on now.
I wish I have a timepiece.
Some sort of respect to us. It's just like what face do you like and like the popularity of it, of course.
And how much does this cost?
This right now is $195.
Okay. And you guys are accepting cryptocurrencies now,
Yeah,
right?
we are.
$195,000
with the world, right?
Fuck that shit.
Is everybody you know in the luxury goods space
Dude, am I correct? Okay, so I don't think I've ever personally felt like unsafe in an area. I mean, I don't go to like super sketched out areas, but I feel like if I was walking around with like a cheap Lamborghini on my wrist, I feel like I would get robbed, or I don't know. Maybe that's like, damn. Can people know? Can people look at a watch and tell like, oh, that's like $250,000 or some shit?
In crypto at this point?
I think so. Now most people have adapted. And honestly, crypto's done huge for us. Like, it's done, like, very good. So I think our business has maybe tripled because of crypto.
Wow.
Yeah.
Your business has tripled because of crypto. Because why?
Because people are making more money off crypto. They want to spend crypto.
And they feel more comfortable spending crypto.
Exactly. And also, it's a good way for people to unload crypto into actual assets. You know, so we take USDC, USDT, Bitcoin, Ethereum, just the four like top coins.
The four main ones.
Yeah.
Wait,
for
what the
185.
fuck is wrong with you?
And I'm telling you, you won't find that price anywhere else.
All right, you said 180 or 185?
185.
But didn't you just say 180?
I know.
Oh,
roll
back
the tape. I don't know.
Roll back the tape. He just said 180s.
We'll meet in the middle. 183.5. Is like.
All right, that's
I'm already stretching.
Okay,
I'm already
okay,
stretching.
okay.
Like for real.
Okay.
182.5 is actually in the middle, boss.
Touche.
I can't. Everybody's gonna watch that video. Okay, fine. 182.5 done.
All right.
Deal.
Sal ended up paying for his watch with a stablecoin, a digital money pegged to a fiat currency. My requests to photograph the transaction on the computer screen were denied. Supposedly it was just a bunch of information and numbers on a page.
It hit.
It hit?
Yeah, I got it.
All right, cool.
So we got 192,600 because of the sales tax.
Thank you, my brother.
Of course, bro.
Well, congratulations. Is this what you wanted? Are you happy?
Yes.
They say money can't buy happiness.
Whoever said that didn't have enough money.
Watches are a well-known status symbol. For crypto enthusiasts, however, there's a new digital status symbol that has taken hold: NFTs. Non-fungible tokens, known as NFTs, have a lot of potential in the real world. They're essentially a stamp of ownership stored on the blockchain. Think of it like a digital certificate of authenticity. NFT art projects such as the Blue Chip Bored Ape Yacht Club and CryptoPunks have brought NFTs into the wider vernacular, while running up the valuation of the NFT marketplace, OpenSea, to over $13 billion. The NFT scene quickly exploded and then imploded, but not before Sal was able to make a quick buck by getting hooked up with early access to NFT projects, known as a whitelist, because he was part of exclusive chat groups.
Being a part of all these groups gave you first access kind of to NFTs, you know? I was able to capitalize on a lot of opportunities because I was able to get whitelisted. If the people in the groups are talking about it, that means it's something.
Let's say I'm Joe Schmo, retail NFT collector. I'm not in any of these groups. I just hear so much about NFTs, and I go on, you know, like a marketplace like OpenSea, and I'm just like, oh, I can afford this one. I'm gonna buy this one. Good or bad idea?
But you don't know anything?
I don't know anything.
That's a terrible idea.
Okay. I mean, I just feel like there's so much hype around NFTs.
Okay, but that's like hype around shoes. And you just go buy any shoe. If you have the right marketing behind it, you can sell out. You basically pay influencers or you pay celebrities to make a post. And a lot of people, because they're naive and they saw a lot of people make money on NFTs, and people by nature are greedy, right? They believe their favorite artist when he comes out and says, oh, I own in this project, buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's what kind of happened in the space, and that's how a lot of these scams happen in this space too.
With all the hype around these projects, it's no wonder that scams abound in what's known in the NFT community as a rug pull, where projects that propose long-term roadmaps suddenly close up shop and the owners take off with the money.
Have you ever been bamboozled yourself?
Oh yeah, 100%.
So this is your little squiggle here?
Yeah.
Okay. That is so stupid.
It is.
It is so stupid.
And I bought it for like an Ethereum, I think.
So you bought it for an Ethereum. Sal bought into an NFT project known as Squiggles. Hours before the project was set to mint, a document was released online that loosely connected a number of individuals tied to suspected rug pulls with the founder of Squiggles, a 22-year-old named Arsalan.
I have no bad intentions. I would never hurt anyone physically, financially, or mentally. It's not in me.
The NFT.
What was that? What was the name of the coin on that fucking 4chan green text? He put all of his money into. Was it Bing coin?
He's seen went into lockdown and accused the not yet released Squiggles project of being a rug pull,
Bingus
which
token.
resulted in it being delisted from the main NFT marketplace, OpenSea. Internet sleuth CoffeeZilla called Arsalan a scammer on Twitter and released an 11-minute video detailing the drama.
Behind the face of this kid in braces sits a group of NFT scammers in the shadows. And what's worse is that they've done this before. Except this time, the stakes are higher than ever. They stand to make $20 million on this scam.
The creator of the project, Arsalan, had remained silent until now.
This document had little to do with me, like probably 2% speaking about me, and the rest had to do with these like 4 other guys that had no affiliation with the project. But these are people that I was hanging out with when I was living in Los Angeles. Those are cool kids that I was hanging out with. I liked them. I didn't know about their past like that. I never really asked them. I guess some people were, gathering evidence on them. It was like a coordinated attack. They dropped it 3 hours before our launch, and dude, Twitter was like a storm. Just everyone talking about it and how, oh, don't mint Squiggles, it's a scam. We still did it, obviously, and made like 7.3 million in under 10 minutes.
Did you talk to those guys afterwards?
Yeah, I still talk to them.
You still talk to them?
I have no problems with them. I think they're good kids. There's all allegations towards them. I don't know if they're true or not, but if it were to ever come out that those allegations are true, then I wouldn't work with them.
Did anybody lose money on it? I mean, if you minted it?
If they sold it at that moment, they would have made profit. If not, and they held it, then they lost money, but it's the name of the game, it's what happens. Since all that happened, February 10th, to this day, I still get death threats and people say, hey, you owe me this and that.
So far, I'd seen a lot of things in crypto that turned me off. Overzealous believers, underwhelming digital art, and lots of scamming. All things that could come with fast money. I had one more stop to make that I hoped would clarify how the future of cryptocurrencies can actually be beneficial to the masses.
Thank you so much for coming out to the Bronx. This is the home of hip hop,
home of graffiti,
the home of the Yankees, the home of Big Pun, and now the home of cryptocurrency.
I love it. You guys practice that?
I just made it up this morning.
Okay, all right.
So the reason we started Bronx Crypto is because we know that there is a big financial shift that is happening. Yeah, we're here to educate the people because we don't want to be left behind. And we also—
Who was it? Wasn't there some millionaire, billionaire? No. Or was it Jay-Z? Somebody went to like some crazy like fucking like ultra ghetto and tried to explain to the people how like cryptocurrency can help you guys. Fuck, I'm trying to remember what this was. It was so cringy reading about it. It might have been Jay-Z, yeah, holy shit.
So want to make the space more inclusive, more people of color. And we believe if you start allocating slowly into cryptocurrency, you will be included in the new financial system.
So why do you think that cryptocurrencies allow you to be more inclusive?
There is no middleman. We can finally trade or barter without someone deciding on what the charge is or what the interest rate is going to be.
The big banks have long been the gatekeepers of the money that can be invested in anything from college tuition to small business loans. But in a familiar tale, these banks have also engaged in a sordid history of both prejudiced lending and predatory loan practices targeting people of color.
We're at the New York Stock Exchange.
Yeah, let me take a second and look back at this.
Yeah. When you guys look at this, what do you guys think?
The banks are just here to nickel and dime us. You put your money in the bank, you get no interest. How come they get to make money with
that's
our
not
money,
even
but
true.
we can't make money with our money?
What?
We're challenging the financial system. With cryptocurrency, you could be your own bank. You know, you could borrow, you could hedge against your own crypto, you can borrow against your own NFTs. You could be independent. And this is for everyone who has been taken advantage by the big guy.
That was awesome. That's awesome. How'd that feel? That feel good?
Yeah, it did. It was a middle finger from the whole world.
Watching Julio and Drew give the finger to Wall Street made me think about the punk rock fuck you days of the internet, long before it was corporatized in a Super Bowl commercial blitz. Even when the facade of the early...
Some accounts don't get interest. Any ordinary savings account will pay out. It'll be a small amount depending on what the federal funds rate is, but like any normal account will pay out some interest. But I mean, like you're getting something in exchange for that safety, right? It's an FDIC insured account. So if the bank goes under or some crazy shit happens, you know the money's going to be there. I don't think you can say the same for fucking crypto. Like you always have the option to make money with your money. You just have to risk it, which is essentially what you're doing with crypto.
Early .com era crumbled, the spirit of the internet and its ability to transform our world has never ceased. The crypto sector
Not
made
in
a
Europe,
lot of
at least?
early
Oh,
adopters
I can't.
a lot of money
I don't know anything
very
about Europe.
quickly.
Okay, fuck you.
It's logical that carpetbaggers would come along and try to hype the masses into any number of get-rich-quick scams. While I don't see myself pouring all my savings into Bitcoin at the moment, I do realize that despite all the early hype, the internet eventually fulfilled a lot of the functions we were promised in its infancy. Only time will tell if the crypto sector will do the same.
Ethereum? Never heard of her. Blockchain.
Okay, not to rag on the guy that did this documentary, but I feel like I didn't learn anything. I feel like this was pretty light on information. It was just a couple of random interviews with random people. That's Vice? Some Vice work is really good. Vice is very hit or miss. When they hit hard. And when they miss, your mom sucks my dick. Mr. Kitty Cat, what's up?
Hey Destiny, how you doing?
Great, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. I have some fun questions for you.
Oh, joy.
Alright, so I was kind of wondering, like, have you been trying to get in contact with people like Ben Shapiro and Steven Crowder?
Nope.
Okay. Would you consider a majority of the people you talk to bad faith?
I don't know. That's a hard one. Why?
You talk to a wide variety of people, and I was just wondering if, like, you feel like you're getting across anyone? Like, do you feel like they're trying to make an effort to conceal their opinion at all?
To conceal their opinion? I don't generally feel that way, no.
Do you feel like you seek drama at all?
Do I seek drama? Yeah, probably, sure. Or put myself in situations where drama is very likely, yeah.
How do you identify a cult or manipulation?
Am I doing like a personality inventory right now, or what?
I just have a list of questions, so I was just wondering. If you don't want to go through it, we don't have to.
Oh, we can. That sounds like an inventory. I'm sorry. Ask that last question again.
How do you identify a cult or manipulation?
How do I identify a cult? I don't know. I don't have much experience like dealing with cult stuff. How do I identify manipulation? It's gonna depend on the type of manipulation. A lot of people can manipulate in different ways. But if you give me a more specific example, I could tell you how I see manipulation, but I don't know if there's like a general rule of thumb. It's going to depend on the relationship between the people to see like where I would see manipulation at.
Okay. How about like narcissism, for example?
Narcissistic manipulation? What is the relationship like employee-employer, or is it like personal, or?
Probably personal, yeah.
I mean, a couple red flags are if somebody tries to make you feel like every single time you've got a problem, it's always your fault. So like anytime another person hurts you, they find a way to make it your fault. That's probably a red flag. That's not necessarily unique to narcissistic people. That's just a thing in general. If people are leveraging things that you desperately need against you in order to get you to act a certain way, that's probably a red flag. this is where kind of like some power dynamics come in. So for instance, if like a husband is like, oh, well, like I'm going to kick you out on the street if you don't do this thing or some shit like that. People that try to isolate you from friends or family, or constantly tell you that like friends are incorrect about things and that like that you should only trust that particular person's insight. Like these are all like red flags. None of these are going to be 100%. Like you might have a genuinely toxic family that somebody's trying to like get you away from. So right. So, but that's like, these are like guidelines. Why?
Yeah, because I feel like it's very hard to figure out if narcissism is happening in the moment. I think I feel like you might be really good at identifying it, but other people might not be. So I was just wondering if you had any like tips for identifying it.
It's gonna sound corny as hell, but like high self-esteem is really, really, really important. Probably one of the biggest reasons why I am generally resistant to it is because I don't need a lot of external validation, but I think it's pretty normal that most people do require some form of external motivation. And when you're seeking external motivation from somebody that is taking advantage of you, like they can get you to do a bunch of things or abuse you in ways that is very frustrating. Yeah. I shouldn't say frustrating. Yeah. It's like, I guess abusive, yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. Do you think AI will change society as we know it? Do you think like maybe capitalism will change a lot due to it?
It could. I have no idea. That's an impossible prediction. I don't even know what AI is going to look like in, 5 years, let alone how it'll impact the economy and everything.
Okay. So you mentioned that shyness is like a problem. Do you think that introversion is also a problem?
I don't know. I don't know what introversion means when people say it, so I just say shyness is probably bad.
Okay. The last three are kind of dark. Is that okay?
Sure thing.
What do you think your purpose is in life?
Probably to be happy and contribute to the people around you's happiness. I don't know. Explore your unique gifts and talents, contribute to society in the best way you can, while also enjoying your time on the planet, I guess. Yeah.
Do you fear death?
Yeah, probably as much as anybody else. I don't want to die, but I'm not like actively thinking about it.
Okay. And the last one is, how long do you want to live?
I don't know, probably the longest healthy life I can have. Like, living to like 100 would be cool, but not if like the last 20 years of my life are like in chronic pain and limited mobility and shit.
Thank you, Destiny. I really appreciate it.
Okay. Love you, buddy.
Bye.
Guys, don't give bait to conservatives. Do not ever support this cringe fucking shit. Trans women do not have periods. Please stop. Please do not say this. Trans women do not have periods. Okay? It is not true. Hormones do not give you periods. Hormones don't even give you menstrual cycles. Okay? It is not true. There is no cycle. You're on exogenous hormones. Please stop. Please stop with this cringe shit.
Why? Stop. Why is this thing not hot? I swear to God, if anyone says welcome to womanhood, I'm gonna lose my shit.
Nice. Wait, what the fuck? Did you have chest pains during COVID? Nope. Insane Waffle House fight. Gee! Oh! What is that? This is Waffle House employee training at its finest. Who's the most successful influencer?
You give me like bougie looks. I would put you in the front.
I agree, actually.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
shoot down like 3 spots.
Are we supposed to know these
I
people?
personally believe you probably make $1 billion.
I agree. I was gonna say the same thing. He gives me maybe gamer.
Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the middle.
He's still mentally here for me.
I feel like your shoes, Rhea, are kind of expensive. I can't tell if it's like a knockoff, but quality platforms are usually like
plus the all black,
$200 to $300.
You give me like you have like 1 million followers on Instagram and you do like model shoots every single day, like fashion shoots.
So I want to put her in the middle.
What's your name over there?
Grace.
I don't know. You give me like the vibe that you make a lot of money like selling cookies with your nice or like sweaters on Etsy or
Like
something.
sweet, very sweet.
Yeah,
You
very
give me, like,
sweet.
artist vibes.
And you have a fun TikTok. So I think you are like over here. Yeah.
I like this.
I kind of like it.
I'm cool with this too.
You think this makes sense?
Why did all the
I'm gonna
girls get rated
disagree.
above all
I
the
think
guys? Wait,
Rhea
what?
should be one more ahead.
Okay.
I would put Josh like further
In front
up,
of me,
like,
maybe?
Yeah, maybe between you two.
Yeah, I agree.
I would be good right here.
Josh,
No,
Josh,
come on, come
Josh,
on.
where's your sweater from?
H&M.
H&M. Okay.
But H&M's like a classic though. Like I know a lot of guys who wear like only H&M, but they make good money.
Well, it's like a
Because-
lot of girls wear Fashion Nova, but they're wearing like $1,000 shoes.
True.
So
I don't hate this lineup.
Yeah.
I kind of think it's. You think this is the lineup? Okay.
Make TikTok videos about like tech reviews and tech stuff.
Oh, that's money.
I run a couple businesses from it.
what kind of tech businesses? Like laptops, computers?
Like type on keyboards, I make like custom ones.
This is last, no shot.
And I also now I'm getting into like clothes, so I designed this hoodie.
I feel like you're great with money, so even if you maybe technically didn't like bring in as much as some other of us a couple years ago, you maybe have grown it more because you're probably very smart. I'm sure you're investing. I feel like you absolutely need to go higher up.
How many TikTok accounts do you have?
3 that have done well.
You should take my spot. I mean, it's scary over here.
Yeah, I would put you like second.
Let's do second.
Tech is a lot of money.
Plus, you have all those other income streams on top of it, too.
Yeah. So I teach people how to be content creators, but I'm also a Twitch streamer.
Do you sell a course?
I was just about to ask.
I don't sell a course because I believe in like making education free for people, so I don't like
What?
paywalling info.
How do you make your income without the ads?
So I get $2.50 for every sub that I get. That's like one way that I make my money, and
That is not true anymore. You get way less than $2.50 per sub.
TikTok sponsorships
Yeah.
mainly, and I also have like Instagram and YouTube and stuff, but they're like really small.
I mean, those are 2 pretty lucrative platforms, but also you have a lot of morals, which makes me think you don't make as much money because you haven't sold your soul.
Yeah, I mean, that with the LA rent rising though.
I still don't think you should be last, though.
Like, I don't feel like she should move until we hear a couple more.
Yeah, I would keep myself down
I was gonna
here.
be like, bring her here.
So I do a few different things. My big one is I am a sex educator. So I host a podcast. We just launched the 3rd season. So I've been doing that since 2019. And I do sex education content on my Instagram as well as on my TikTok. And then I also upload all the podcast episodes to my YouTube channel.
Ooh,
And with YouTube, you've got
and she's been
ad
doing it for
revenue
3
and
years.
affiliate.
But my one caveat is sex education, which in terms of making money through sponsorships, not
harder.
many companies would want to, unfortunately, work with a sex educator, even though I think it's like a cool
And
thing.
it's harder to get ad revenue because
Yeah.
I'm constantly, working through bands and things like that.
How are you making most of your money, though?
Through all of those, as well as OnlyFans.
Ooh, but OnlyFans
Oh.
makes money.
Yeah.
OnlyFans has such an uncapped potential. I would put you up here.
Third? Like top 3 for sure.
Okay.
Oh, nobody wanted to be brave enough to be like, looking at you, you probably don't make that much of only. Not saying that I would say that or that she looks ugly, but I'm just saying that like that would have been the Giga Chat answer, okay?
All right, so I make like content just around like money, and I try and teach Gen Z good like money habits with short little funny videos.
Finance makes so much money because not only do they push it, but you also get so many sponsorships, especially from YouTube. Are you on YouTube or are you on primarily TikTok?
It goes like in this order: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube stuff.
I feel like those videos also, especially in the way you do them with comedy, are super shareable. Like those are the kind of TikToks that end up on Reels, they end up on Facebook.
I would put you up because
Definitely
you do
up.
finance. Finance is such a lucrative niche.
I'm okay with that.
He's like, yeah. Okay, I am a TikToker. I knew it. I knew I could tell. I do like, mostly fashion stuff, like secondhand fashion, vintage stuff, and lifestyle. What do you sell? I don't really anymore. I started like my TikTok promoting my online vintage shop, and that's how
That is super true. If you are a girl, and be honest, if you're a girl and you're like reasonably attractive. So you're not like a fucking banger. You're not like, oh my god, like you're fucking 10 out of 10. But you're like, you're not overweight. You look okay. You know. Fetish content, I think, is like the best route to go. The weirder, the better, because a lot of the people that do the heavy fetish stuff are look questionable sometimes. So if you can stomach it, and if there's something you wouldn't mind doing, the heavy fetish content for like mid-ish girls is probably the way to make bank, I would say. That'd be my guess. Although it's a smaller audience
You do it
too.
full
So.
time?
Yeah.
So your revenue comes from sponsorships?
Yeah, it's like all social media now.
I don't know, fashion makes like no money unless you're a thin white woman. So,
Oh god.
So she's a thin white woman. So being plus size in the social media industry is definitely been hard. There's visibly fat plus size people, and then there's people with the quintessential perfect curves. Like almost, unfortunately, how plus size are you?
If you do lifestyle but you're a small creator, you get nothing. Like they
Yeah.
literally
Yeah.
only gifting campaigns, and then like even then they gaslight you into feeling like you should be grateful for it.
Yeah, absolutely.
But given, I'm guessing you sound like you're a very large creator, and then like I feel like I've seen your videos on my free page, I would maybe put you first.
Oh, don't do that.
Yeah.
I'm also, this is like my first year doing this.
Yeah, I'd
Again,
say,
we don't
I'd
know
say
anyone's
right
sizes.
here in
I
front of
don't
me.
think I make more than you.
We still have time to switch.
That's true.
Okay, so I am a plus size supermodel, so everything I do is pretty much lifestyle around that, and it's been my full-time job for about 4 years now. I have my own cannabis and sexual wellness podcast, so I do that separately. I also have my own consultation and coaching business where I teach aspiring plus size models, so I have an online course that's a master class that I do quarterly, and then I also have a blog separately that I post on at least once a week, and the ad marketing is just starting on my blog, so it's not too far in there, but I'm very familiar with ad marketing and revenues. Have a lot.
I would put you first. Like, just,
Yeah,
you have so
absolutely.
many streams of income.
So many streams of
don't-
income.
yeah,
You just seem very, very nice.
None of the things they're saying actually matters. Like having multiple revenue streams does not mean you're like having multiple revenue streams can sometimes mean you're very rich, or it can sometimes mean you're very poor. It's not an indicator one way or another. Because some people have multiple revenue streams because they're just so big. It makes sense to branch out and to make money doing other things. But other people have like 6 different revenue streams. They don't make much money doing anything. They just get like, you know, like, oh, like I do a little bit of drop shipping. I sell like a few pics on Twitter. Like I have a couple things on my TikTok. Like they just don't make any money, you know? It just depends, right? Like XQC probably has like 1 or 2 revenue streams. Does he even sell merch? Right?
Knowledgeable.
And what about you, Kazumi?
I do OnlyFans. I also do YouTube. I also do Instagram. My main stream of income though is TikTok, not specifically from ad revenue, but I make like 7 to 10 TikToks, and I just like pump out as many reels of me as I can.
A day?
Yes, with
Wow.
different
You're
with
crazy.
different captions, and I just lead it back to my OnlyFans. But I make a lot of memes. That's like my kind of like niche. I make porn.
Do you
and
have
memes.
a billboard in WeHope?
Yeah, I do. I do have a billboard in WeHope.
I saw that.
That girl's number
You take
one.
sponsorships?
That
No,
girl's
I'm a
number
sex
one.
worker, so sponsors don't want me or my face to represent their brand.
The only reason I get away with that is because I also am a sex educator.
Yeah.
So, but I completely understand the second they hear that you have any sort of
Because you're a sex educator? No shot.
like OnlyFans or sex work.
Yeah, and I've gotten deleted like 7 times.
Yes.
Where do you rank? Like, what's
She-
your
that
percentage
girl's
on
number one.
OnlyFans?
I'm 0.01.
Kazumi.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number
All right,
one.
Well, okay, that was like a cheat question.
I'm gonna have to
one.
switch.
Absolutely.
How many guys have you been with?
I used to do parties, and I would get
Jesus.
like 50 dudes a night.
Okay, so you're on No Jumper.
Yeah.
That's the kind of video that goes viral. I mean, there's no
Wait,
doubt about that
have we
video
seen her
going
clips before on No
So
Jumper?
my photo is a photo of me in Vogue. So
It's a beautiful photo.
my butt's in Vogue.
Does Vogue pay a lot?
It's almost kind of like
Paid in
being a Playboy
exposure?
centerfold in a sense of like it's an honor.
Okay.
Congrats on your new baby.
Insert cash or select payment type. Use PIN pad to complete transaction.
I'm sorry, what? The average cost of childbirth and pregnancy care in the U.S. is $6,940 with health insurance or $13,000 without, and it can vary wildly. I changed my mind. What's your return policy like?
This is my dad, and this is his at-home work setup. He hates it. So today, I'm gonna try to fix it. I'm gonna first add a custom keyboard I built for him and a mouse, and then we're gonna go ahead and give him the FOPO triple monitor laptop adapter. This is gonna turn his single laptop screen into a triple monitor adapter.
Damn, I want that.
Instagram picture, and I want to style this sweater, so this is where we're at. I kind of think
these bell bottoms.
Love those pants.
Cool with this, and it kind of matches, and it would edge up the sweater a little bit and make it a little more me. Wait, here they are. As you can see, I need to be a little bit taller for these, and I think it would be a crime not to wear these.
Wait, I love the fit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I do.
Oh my god,
Got
that's
it.
so cute.
Our noses smushed up against our kissing partner's face is actually opening up our nostrils and making their pheromones more obvious to us. And whether you realize it or not, your body will actually react to that person's pheromones and can make you more attracted to them.
I don't think there's been any research proving that, because there's some organ for sensing pheromones called like a, is it vasoreceptor or vaso or something? There's some weird. I don't think we have. I don't think humans can detect pheromones. I don't think they can. I feel like I've looked this up before.
If your body thinks they're a good biological match.
I would kiss you. That's woke.
Best websites for Twitch streamers. Twitch Tracker is a website that tracks your stream data. It'll show you the max viewers, follower gains, and the amount of hours you stream per stream. They also have a very nice graph showing your average viewer count and the amount you streamed, and cool stats like average viewer count per day.
Yeah, so that's like similar to the type of content I do.
Oh. I feel like I should go down in the tech men.
I feel like
tech men should
I
definitely
want
go
to
up.
put. I think your name is Teddy, right?
Yes.
You second, because I saw that ad. Tech pays well. That ad was really well edited. I'm pretty sure companies will see that and be like, I want to go and sponsor him again. But I'll put you second.
I'd
right
put
now.
you second.
Yeah.
Key. Take it. I'm okay where I'm at.
Do you guys feel like numbers, like the follower count matters?
No. Oh, hell no.
Absolutely not. One thing I'd like to say is like quality, depending what industry you're in, because I have a friend who has quadruple the following I do and 10 times the engagement, and I make 3 times as much as she does.
Quadruple the following and 10 times the engagement, and you make more money? Your friend is fucking something up.
Because of the quality, and I sell usage rights so people can use it as ads.
Yeah, I think
that's
I
a
think
lot.
Not really pheromones, but have you seen the blindfold sweat smelling studies? Yeah, that I think women are a bit more turned on by it if they're menstruating, I think. Or not menstruating, it's between cycles or something? I don't remember.
Oh, second.
Yeah, move on.
How many hours do you guys work?
I work every day.
A lot. Like this week I worked like 4 18-hour days. At minimum, there's no day where I'm working like almost every single day where I'm working less than 5 hours. At least.
Oh, ovulating.
I'm not
Sorry.
trying to diminish
Other
what
one.
you're saying. Like it is.
It's
hard
all the
work.
same
Like,
shit.
When she was talking about like, oh, like work doesn't end, but like it's like it does. You can go get a smoothie and like sit in your bed and scroll emails. It's not the same as like being expected to be somewhere and like be a slave all day and be off your phone. Like you're not a person.
Wait, what? Hold on.
Like 4 18-hour days. At minimum, there's no day where I'm working like almost every single day where I'm working less than 5 hours. At least.
I'm not trying to diminish what they were saying. Like it is hard work. And like when she was talking about like, oh, like work doesn't end, but like it's like it does. You can go get a smoothie and
This girl makes the least amount of money. Grace, I'm putting her at the last and last.
like sit in your bed and scroll emails. It's not the same as like being expected to be somewhere and like be a slave all day and be off your phone. Like you're not a person when you're at work, but like you're a person when you're doing this job.
It's hard to, when you do a job like this, because at first I was like, oh, I don't actually, you know, work that many hours, but then it's like the second I wake up, I'm checking and I'm deciding what I'm gonna do that day. And the second I actually go to bed.
all the day.
It's like how do you decipher what's work and what's
so it's
not?
hard when you're not doing it. Like I'm maybe not working 4 hours straight because I'll stop and I have the privilege of being able to grab lunch with friends or.
You hate her because she's right? No, there's like a, probably it's like the most common thing for all small business owners that you can work infinitely. Like every small business owner will say this thing. And when you're like doing this influencer shit, that's essentially what you are. But anybody that's ever had any small business whatsoever will tell you like, yeah, I can work an infinite amount of hours. There's always something else that you can do to be expanding your business or improving your business or making more money or whatever. That's like always the case.
Shop in the middle of the day or like do whatever I do, but that doesn't mean I'm not constantly, you know, working in some capacity.
And then like
so it's hard
weekends
to
don't
know.
exist.
Right, exactly, yeah. There's really no days off.
How was your come up? Because I started with gaming content and then I transitioned into education.
I did too.
Like when, oh my God, love gaming. But like, especially as like a female gamer who was trying to do content, I got memed on so much. Everyone's like, oh my God, you're such an e-girl. Like, yeah, like ABG e-girl aesthetic, haha, you suck at the game anyway.
And now it's in.
Dude,
and now it's like
I know,
aesthetic.
and now it's cool, right?
What year were you doing that?
I was doing it in like 2018, 2019.
I was doing it in 2011.
Oh.
Jesus.
To be a female YouTuber in a male-dominated space in 2011 was traumatizing.
Brutal.
I have a question for you, Josh. Do you feel like you have to work harder or fight for what you're worth as a black man?
I don't know if I necessarily have to fight harder, but it is a little bit harder to stand out and like get people to take you seriously. It's actually one of the reasons that I've signed with like a management agency that only represents black creators.
Oh, okay.
I love that.
Yeah, so it just feels like a, you know, like a small family. And
My brain is so irony poisoned dealing with you online. I'm trying to imagine the other way. Like, yeah, I'm looking for people to represent my interests. I went with a white-only agency, and we only represent white people. And I feel like they just understand me better than like kind of the more like diverse talent agencies out there.
you know, I know that they're like out there fighting to get like what's best for them.
Yeah, I get it.
They've been so helpful because I've run into other black creators that have like my similar following and a similar niche. I mean, they're earning way less, and there's so much more money out there that they're just not getting, mostly because they don't know exactly what they're worth.
I don't know. This looks like it makes sense.
I feel like it doesn't. I feel like I need to go down one or two.
Move down.
I feel like with the YouTube AdSense, maybe I would switch this.
Who's the Kazumi girl? She's one. And that Grace girl is
And
last.
Josh, you have a manager.
That's all I know.
Okay, but I
know
wanna
that.
say
I
this,
know those
though.
two things to be true.
I have a modeling agency, and 80% of the work that I get myself.
That's fair.
It's more about him getting one. I don't feel the need for one because I don't think I'm getting as many maybe as he is.
Interesting.
That's just my take.
You have
What's
multiple businesses.
your second biggest channel again?
It's for my business and it has 75,000. Now I have employees and I don't really do anything.
Oh, you have employees?
He's got
Don't think I
employees?
should be here. I think he needs to be
He's second.
moved up.
He's employees.
I feel like I just want to move myself in between
us.
you
I
guys,
that makes sense to
or
me.
like lower.
How do we feel about this?
This looks like our final answer.
I think we're good with this.
7th spot, Teddy, at 115K annually.
What?
That was a shocker.
No
Wait.
way.
6th spot.
The lowest paid one is 115K. Holy shit! I need to get in on this streaming thing. Damn.
125K annually.
Six-figure club.
5th spot, Kat, 175K.
What?
4th spot, Grace, 180K. And the 3rd spot, Josh, 275K.
I knew you were up here.
And in the 2nd spot, Rhea, 300K. And the 1st spot, Kazumi, at 3 million.
Oh, that was the one I picked. Kazumi. Yes! I was so right. Where's that Grace girl? Is she in the middle? 180. What a loser. Whatever.
Sex worker?
Yeah, let's go. Fair W
I
for
tried
us.
so
Retire tomorrow.
People hate.
Is Kat this one here? She was it 180K? With 100 concurrent viewers? Something that I remember talking to Devin about this a lot in real life. I think that men round out the top of the streaming world in terms of income, for sure. But if you're going to be a mid streamer, like anywhere from 50 to 250 concurrent viewers, you can make 6 figures as a girl. You have to, I don't want to say shameless. You have to be like OnlyFans girlfriend experience type thing. But that 50 to 250 viewer range, women can make a lot of money because it's a big enough range to pick up some like Oilers. You've got like some viewership, so you're not like a complete like WH Omega lol. But yeah.
When you make a lot of money in a non-traditional way, and they really hate when you make it off sex work.
Yeah.
So I was very, very nervous about The reaction.
I am an anomaly and I don't represent what all sex workers make. I make a lot of money, but it is still something that you should deeply consider before getting into because it is something that holds a lot of social stigma and does make life hard if you don't like doing it.
And I just want to say that y'all have motivated me because I feel like I became like comfortable with what I was doing and like I haven't been pushing myself recently, but now I'm like, y'all are doing so well, and I'm like,
well, that's
You're
crazy.
really
You woke up and made a whole website by yourself.
Also, you're
that
overnight.
took me like
It wasn't
3
great.
months
It
on my
wasn't
blog
great.
to do.
Yeah, when I was 19, I was homeless. So I am really proud of you and whatever
Jesus
you've done and the
Christ.
fact that you can employ people and do so many cool things with your life.
I think there's an idea of what an influencer is in people's heads, and I think it's usually like a airheaded person who just takes selfies or uses a selfie stick. They don't understand, I think, maybe the nuance.
Like, I was kind of weird coming into it because I grew up really poor, and like $180,000 is like so much money to me. I would be happy making the amount of money I make right now for the rest of my life, and I feel like everyone gets into it and they're like, I have to be a millionaire and I have to like monetize every category of my life, and that's probably where it becomes like an insane job.
Clash between old-fashioned values and a modern made-for-reality.
God damn. How does that one guy have employees? He's like running a small business making $150K a year, $115K a year on like tech stuff online. Which spot would you be in that ranking? I'd be one. I make more than $3 million a year. What am I gonna say, you know? Between my online stream stuff and me and Melina's OnlyFans stuff, you know, we're just, it's popping.
Now, Permanent Washington has created a culture where it's
Wait, does she have a permanent spot on Fox News? Did I miss this? Or oh, is she filling in for her friend Tucker? Oh, okay. Christ.
acceptable to lie to further your own interests. Just try not to get caught. I should know. I served in Congress for 8 years. But even when these politicians do get caught, people just shrug their shoulders and move on. No big deal, no consequences. A few examples. Dick Blumenthal lied about his military service. And of course, Elizabeth Warren. She lied about having Native American heritage. So no one should be surprised that the American people don't trust these politicians. They've got no faith that those in Washington are actually working for the people when they're so clearly working for themselves. Now, there are new accusations that George Santos, who was just elected to represent New York in Congress in this past election.
I thought you said George Soros.
Has actually been lying extensively about his own past. Now, he admits to some of these deceptions. For example, Santos acknowledges that he, quote, embellished his resume by saying that he graduated from Baruch College, but he didn't. Now, Santos has also admitted he never actually worked for Citigroup and Goldman Sachs, even though his website suggested that he did. Additionally, Santos once called himself a proud Jew. But in an interview with the New York Post, Santos now says, quote, I am Catholic. Because I learned my maternal family had a Jewish background, I said I was Jew-ish. There are other accusations.
I'd need to hear the enunciation on that one, Chief.
Hear directly from George Santos himself. This is his very first TV interview since these accusations surfaced. George Santos joins us now. Congressman-elect Santos, thank you for joining us today. First question I really want to ask you, now that all of this has been revealed, is what does the word integrity mean to you?
Well, Tulsi, thank you for having me. You know, to answer your question, integrity is very important. And like I said to the New York Post, embellishing
what does
my
it mean,
resume was a
though?
mistake.
What does it mean? Because the meaning of the word actually matters in practice.
Of course, it means to carry yourself in an honorable way. And I made a mistake. And I think
Have you
humans are
carried
flawed,
yourself
and
in an
we all
honorable
make
way?
Mistakes, Tulsi. I think we can all look at ourselves in the mirror and admit that once in our life we made a mistake. I'm having to admit this in national television for the whole country to see, and I have the courage to do so because I believe that in order to move past this and move forward and be an effective member of Congress, I have to face my mistakes, and I'm facing them. The reality is that I remain committed to doing everything I set forward in my campaign. I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fake. I didn't materialize from thin air. I worked damn hard to get where I got my entire life. Life wasn't easy. It didn't start off easy. As I've said it many, many times, I come from abject poverty. I made some mistakes, and I own up to them. And now I want to put this past me so I can deliver for the American people.
The thing is, Congressman-elect, integrity means, yes, carrying yourself with honor, but it means telling the truth, being a person of integrity. And if I were one of those in New York's 3rd District right now that the election is over, and I'm finding out all of these lies that you've told, not just one little lie or one little embellishment, these are blatant lies. My question is, do you have no shame? Do you have no shame in the people who are now you're asking to trust you to go and be their voice for them, their families, and their kids in Washington?
Tulsi, I can say the same thing about the Democrats and the party. Look at Joe Biden. Joe Biden's been lying to the American people for 40 years. He's the president of the United States. Democrats resoundingly support him. Do they have no shame? Look, I've made this very clear.
This is not about the Democratic Party, though. This is about your relationship, frankly, with the people who've entrusted you.
This guy's a Republican, right? Is it really that big of a deal to lie about graduating from some school? If he was like a doctor or some shit, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I would care about this too much, but I mean, maybe, I guess.
To go and fight for them. And I think one of the questions that really probably hits home to a lot of people is are you Jewish? We've got a letter that your campaign sent out earlier this year, which reads as follows.
He lied about a lot of stuff, though.
As a proud American Jew, I've been to Israel numerous times for educational, business, and leisurely trips. You said there in that letter that you are, quote, a proud American Jew. How do you explain that?
Well, you see.
My heritage is Jewish. I've always identified as Jewish. I was raised a practicing Catholic. I think I've gone through this. Even I've not being raised a practicing Jew, I've always joked with friends and circles, even in the campaign, I'd say, guys, I'm Jewish. Remember, I was raised Catholic. So, look, I understand everybody wants to nitpick at me. I'm going to reassure this once and for all. I'm not a facade. I'm not a persona. I have an extensive career that I worked really hard to achieve, and I'm going to deliver from my experience because I remain committed in delivering results for the American people. I campaigned on inflation. I campaigned on crime. I campaigned on education. I campaigned on delivering resolve for the American people. That's what the people of the 3rd Congressional District heard me on and on as I campaigned. Now it's going to be incumbent upon me to deliver on those results, and I look forward to servicing and serving my district. I look forward to serving my people in my district to make sure that they see that this is what
looking for. The results that people are looking for are called into question when you tell blatant lies, not embellishments. And this is, I think, one of the biggest concerns, Congressman-elect, is that you don't really seem to be taking this seriously. You've apologized. You said you've made mistakes, but you've outright lied. A lie is not an embellishment on a resume. You said you worked at Goldman Sachs and Citigroup, but they've said, we've got no record of this guy working for us. You've said you've gone to and graduated from these universities, but they've said, well, we've got no record.
Why would you lie about that and expect to get away with it?
It calls into question how your constituents and the American people can believe anything that you may say when you are standing on the floor of the House of Representatives, supposedly fighting for them. That's the real issue here.
Well, look, I agree with what you're saying, and as I stated, and I continue, we can debate my resume and how I worked with firms such as Goldman and Citigroup.
Is it debatable or is it just false?
No,
is it debatable or is it just
debatable.
False?
No, it's not false at all. It's debatable. I can sit down and explain to you what you can do in private equity, in capital intro, via servicing limited partners and general partners. And we can have this discussion that's going to go way above the American people's head. But that's not what I campaigned on. I campaigned on delivering results for the American people.
Wow,
by
she
lowering
says.
Inflation.
Wow.
I can sit down, if you want to have that discussion, I'd be glad to, Tulsi, to explain
She's
that
about to give him the Tulsi hammer.
We settled the score.
Wow.
This is not about settling scores, and I think you just kind of highlighted, I think, my concern, the concern that people at home have. You're saying that this discussion will go way above the heads of the American people, basically insulting their intelligence. So not only are you now backtracking on these lies that you've told, but you're saying that you can't explain it in a way that your constituents would actually be able to understand.
I can explain it in a way
and that these lies are debatable.
If you give me the time, I can easily explain it for you. As in, when investors are looking for capital, and I'm sitting there doing due diligence on the appetite and what they're looking for, right? And we work alongside GPs and LPs to help them place this capital. This is what I was doing, and that's when I worked extensively with these firms and many other firms at my time as I was vice president of Linkbridge Investors. So this isn't a made-up narrative, but I feel like nobody really wants to sit down and talk about it. Everybody just wants to push me and call me a liar. Look, I embellished my resume.
You are a liar. Say it.
Congressman-elect Santos, we've given you a lot of time. I think the time that is owed is to the people of New York's 3rd. It's hard to imagine how they could possibly trust your explanations when you're not really even willing to admit the depth of your deception to them. Thank you so much for being here and joining us.
Jesus.
Thank you, Tulsi.
Now this...
How much you can give?
What?
Can I pay you 5,000? I want to fuck you.
You pay me?
Yes, 5,000.
You pay me?
Yes, 5,000.
Why?
I want to fuck your ass.
What? Oh, I see what you mean.
Yes.
Fuck me like that. Oh, sheesh.
Because I'm not freelance. How much you can give?
It's got to be like a scam or something, right? This is the video you are looking for. Oh, good friend of the stream. Why young people won't work. Uh-oh. Defense of millennials and Gen Z.
The other day, I got into an argument with Matt Walsh, who you all know I love and appreciate, but we had a healthy disagreement. Something I discovered was not, in fact, impossible to do on Twitter.com. Maybe Elon really is making the platform better after all. Our disagreement was sparked over a leaked message of an Olive Garden middle manager blowing up at her staff, ranting that she was sick to the back teeth of them calling up to take time off from work, and that from now on, if they're going to call off work for a dead dog or something, they better be willing to bring its corpse in to prove it. And I quote, if you're sick, you need to come prove it to us. If your dog died, you need to bring him in and prove it to us. If it's a family emergency and you can't say, too bad, go work somewhere else. Now, I, along with many others, found this rant to be a little psychotic, whereas Matt Walsh said, I am on the
Fuck, this would help me too, to even keep me out of trouble. You should only be able to talk about some things if you at the very least have talked to somebody, okay, that works there, all right? Listen, I've been on both ends, or with all three ends, okay? Customer, supervisor, employee. People that work service jobs call out for bullshit-ass reasons all the fucking time, okay? I don't think even service workers would deny that. There are so many dead dogs, so many random sicknesses, so many, my mom is pregnant, so many fucking random fucking excuses. Like, bro, if you want to like FMLA this, if you want to do some shit, I need some fucking proof, okay? Because fuck you. Nothing is more annoying than people that are like scheduled to work like 2 days a week and they call out half of them. The problem is that, I'm generalizing a lot here, okay? Just as a heads up. But I think one of the problems is that when you are, when you employ a lot of young people don't work for survival. Young people work for like expendable cash to like buy shoes and cell phones with. Like, it's just like random shit. So you'll wind up in this weird area where if you need to work, it's good for you because like you'll be working and like young people, they'll be working for 2 hours and they'll be like, oh, can you cut me? Like, am I good to go home? Like, can you? It's like, bro, you spent like 30 minutes, drove here, got ready, you're working. Why do you want to be cut after 2 hours? Why the fuck are you even here? Do you need money? And so like if you're an older person, you're trying to like make money or you've got like bills, like it's good for you because they'll always like beg to be cut. But like, yeah, these motherfuckers will get scheduled to work like 2 or 3 nights of the week and then they'll call out like twice a month. And it's like, the fuck? When I say young people, I'm talking about people that are like 16 to 22. Because some kids will work a part-time job in college, but they don't really need the money. They don't care that much. It's just for like some spending money on the weekends. But yeah. I'm talking like 16 to like 22-year-olds. Like basically high school, college age kids.
Managers.
I never saw an older person do this. This was always younger people. This was always 25 and younger. This wasn't like 45-year-old people wouldn't be doing this shit.
Side, trying to run a business and dealing with a bunch of lazy whiners who refuse to put in even the most minimal effort, people are fed up with it, and they should be. Now, I could meme all over this, but I like Matt, and I also realize there are a lot of people who feel the same way as him. It is incredibly difficult to
Who is she talking to? She's supposed to be talking to the camera. I feel like she's talking to somebody else.
find young staff today who can actually fulfill basic jobs and show up consistently. I've had friends who have worked in management, I've had employees, and I've worked in both restaurant and retail myself. I understand why a manager in a situation like this would be pissed off, but not this particular manager. I mean, you're fired if you have a family emergency and don't want to get into the details. I'm sorry, but if I have a family emergency, Olive Garden is not going to be my primary concern. The manager also stated—
Well, to be clear, what the manager's hinting at is that there probably isn't a family emergency. That's the point, I think, right? Is that people are just calling out for bullshit reasons and making it up, right?
She came in after totaling her car and on days that she was sick, implying other people should probably do this too. No, there's no way I'm doing that. In fact, I'm pretty sure working a restaurant job while sick violates health policies. The level of loyalty this manager demands for a minimum wage job at Olive Garden, it's like she thinks she's running a damn Navy SEAL unit.
Also, wait, hold on. Does Olive Garden pay minimum wage anymore? How many of these places actually pay minimum wage? I don't know if I believe that Olive Garden servers are making minimum wage. I'm not sure if I believe that. I don't know if isn't that a tipped restaurant? I don't think I believe that one.
I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits. If you don't do your job, I'll shoot you.
That is simply an unhinged position she has. If you're offering a minimum wage job, you are going to get minimum wage commitment. It's that simple. Now, I'm not going full commie on you here. People obviously should adhere to a minimum standard when it comes to work. Coming in on time, not calling out at the last minute, doing the job in such a way that you aren't an active liability. This is all fair to expect. But if you want an employee to be more than just not a liability, if you want them to be an asset, then you've got to offer them a reason to be that. And no, unless it's higher than minimum wage, their paycheck won't do it. Because most companies offer crappy wages, so young people have no reason to be loyal to yours. In our back and forth, Matt disagreed with a lot of my points, kind of stating that it doesn't necessarily matter whether or not—
Wait, really? Hold on. In Wisconsin, it's $2.50 an hour plus tips for waiter, and you share tips with cooks? Are there restaurants out there where you tip out the cooks? Fuck that shit. Those fucking goblins can stay in back of house forever. Haha, you don't get any of my tips.
Not people are happy with their work, they have to work to live. And fine, but working to live does not mean working at Olive Garden. And if Olive Garden wants good employees, it's gonna need a better pitch than just enlist, work, die. The breadsticks demand your sacrifice. So let's get back to that idea of loyalty. Why are—
Also, here's a couple things, okay? So I noticed this is happening in Miami. I don't know if this happens in the rest of the world yet, okay? And if Miami's just ahead of the curve. But like, one, okay. If you're gonna do included gratuity on every single check, just charge me more for the fucking food. At that point, like, what's the difference? Because I've noticed in Miami, this is like a thing, or at least in Miami Beach, and in Brickell, it feels like, and I'm not saying that it's just for big parties, even for two people, me and Molino go, and gratuity's included on the check. If you're gonna include gratuity in the check, just charge me more for the food. At that point, you're basically billing me anyway. You think I'm gonna go up to the server and be like, oh no, take that tip off it? I don't even know if you can actually. That's stupid. That's dumb as fuck, okay? Just fucking mark everything on the menu up, 20%. Bullshit, that fucking included gratuity. That's bullshit, number one. Number two, okay, This is a scam for me because I'll max tip wherever I go. I'll always push the biggest button because I've got money and they probably need it more than I do, so I share. That's fine, okay? But I am at my limit that every single POS, every single point of sale screen now, or with the tablets that you turn on for customers, ask you to tip when it's just like a person who's like sitting there, and it's like I'm almost half expecting to be at the gas station now. We're like, oh, here's a candy bar, and I was like, okay, and then you fill out the thing, and it's like, do you want to tip? And it's like, for what? What the fuck? Why does every single point of sales like ask for tips now when the person just sits there and don't do anything? Or like someone give me like a fountain drink, and it's like, I don't know. That just seems wild to me. And it's always in these like bougie little fucking like ice cream shops and bullshit too. Like, if anybody, my McDonald's groups are coming out, if anybody deserves tips, it's fucking fast food workers, okay? Not these fucks working in these little bodega ice cream shops or whatever. That's bullshit, okay? I don't know, dude. There's a lot of weird tip shit. It's like, it feels like I'm getting nickel and dime like a motherfucker. I experienced this for once, and actually, everything I'm saying is not even true. You should nickel and dime people because you guys are fucking idiots and you want to be nickel and dime. You guys love it. I think Target tried to, there was some CEO of Target that tried to get rid of the forever sales because they're like, this is dumb. We're just going to be honest to our customers. And you all hated it. You're like, no, lie to me, lie to me, lie to me. I think JetBlue, was the last airline experience I was on where it's like free Wi-Fi on the planes. Like it's all included and shit. And I think the planes are like a bit more expensive, like the tickets are, but you don't get like nickel and dimed on everything. And I'm like, you know what? Fucking A, dude. Hell yeah. I love that shit. Oh, that was JCPenney, not Target. But yeah, I don't know, like the little like charge here, charge there, tip here. Like, do you want to tip like 7%? Or, oh, and then here's another thing that places do in Miami. I don't know if this is only a Miami thing or this happening anywhere else. This is the most shameless. People will come to your table and they'll give you the check and the gratuity options will be like 1%, like 3%, 5%. And it's like, oh, I guess the gratuity is really cheap. But the reason why the ticket things say that is because gratuity is included, but then it's asking for an extra gratuity on top of it. And I'm like, really? This is some shamelessness. This is some shamelessness.
Are people loyal?
Wait, hold on. Let me use this real quick. 1 second. Jesus. If my internet dies while I'm gone, I love you all very much. Hold on 1 second. Say you go to a massage, they're digging their elbows into your back, they finish, do you tip the massager? Oh, I don't know. Dude, I ask people to go super medium now. Anytime, you'll find these old, frail, like 75-year-old Korean ladies, and she'll be like, well, how do you want hard, medium, or soft? And I'm like, Jesus, you look like you're gonna fall apart. And I'll be like, I guess medium. And they like have the fucking like force of God in their fucking hands. And I feel like I'm getting like Bruce Lee to my back. And then you've got this lady on you that's like 80 years old, and it's like, I feel like if I ask for them to be softer, I'm gonna be a pussy. So you just sit there and like, you have to shift modes to where, oh, the enjoyment is just when she stops massaging an area so it no longer hurts. Fuck me. Jesus. Be careful for those ones. They're wild out there. Hold on 1 second, be back.
Limitation, *P eix9TU to chat you always the best. This feels like you stumbled into a weird lefty kink roleplay stream, Destiny. Feels weird, man. Destiny has gotten so good at automation that he now has free auto-generated content from these degenerates so that he can just press play and grind his factory.
You want to hear some facts? All Aussies are mentally ill, and it stems from the fact the British dumped their dirty laundry onto that shithole island. I'm just spitting facts. Aussies need to have their brains examined. Joy cat. 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 Joy cat.
Destiny, you need to embrace your new role as fanfiction fodder for streamers with a hate play kink. These people are insane. Lol. He is an improper fraction of a simp. Some come get the DM of her obliterating some dude she used to snoop with. She stay running for dudes, bro. Like how, but come get these. Destiny, I'm calling you out. You've been thieving my brain cells for years now. I forgive you, though. Only thing I ask you for recompense is to wish me happy birthday. Keep it up, Destiny.
Okay, enough. Enough. I'm tired that the fishy with the comfy blanket doesn't get enough respect. Look at how comfy he is. And that's facts.
Drag me.
True.
Paying for my sins. The most conservative tier 5 is here now.
Based. Should you tip if there's already a hefty service fee like in California? I don't even know what the service fee goes towards. That's another thing too. Like having like 15 different like little nickel and dime fees, like the service fee, delivery fee, online fee, like all the like ugh. Jeez. Okay. Do you tip Starbucks employees? Yeah, I usually tip everybody because I feel guilty.
Because they believe that the person or institution they are loyal to both deserves it and would be loyal to them in return. Can we honestly say both requirements are met by most jobs today? I don't think so. And this is perhaps the key to understanding the misconceptions about our Gen Z and millennial workforce today, which I will jump into right after a huge thank you to this video's sponsor, the Epic Times. Epic TV is a censorship-free video platform with original news programs and documentaries investigating critical issues not covered anywhere else. What can you get with your Epic TV subscription? You can tune in to new programs every day from Crossroads, The Larry Elder Show, Facts Matter, and American Thought Leaders, all reporting on factual events that you will not find in major news outlets. And my favorite part of Epic TV? Their award-winning documentaries, bringing you first-hand interviews and on-the-ground footage of the most critical matters in society affecting our liberties, health, and safety. One of their must-watch documentaries just released is The Final War, investigating the reality of the Chinese Communist Party's war against America. If you want to see this and so much more in the realm of honest and accurate news, please check them out today. Plus, I've got a special offer for my viewers. Just sign up and start watching. No credit card required, no strings attached. And if you decide to subscribe within 14 days, it's just $1.
What is this fucking cringe shit, bro? Are you okay? Well, actually, I was gonna say you're fighting with a 14-year-old, but how old is Greta now? Maybe she's like 20, I don't know.
Release some greenhouse gases. I'm obviously a stranger to online controversy. It's not something I often do. But now, the mainstream press is commenting on the fact that I was informing Greta that my very extensive car collection with internal combustion engines, which run on dead dinosaurs, have an enormous emission profile. And she replied by telling me her own email address. Greta's email address is, I have small dick energy. Why would that be your own email address, Greta? Strange. I mean, obviously I don't want to assume her gender. It's 50-50, but it is what it is. I'm not actually mad at Greta. Please bring me pizza and make sure that these boxes are not recycled. Thank you. So I'm not actually mad at Greta, right? Because she doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix. She thinks she's doing good. Someone has sat her down and convinced her to try and convince you to beg your government to tax you into poverty to stop the sun from being hot. And then, because I called her out on it, the global matrix got this bot farm to like and retweet and all this bot commenting to try and pretend that her telling me that she has a small dick in her own email address somehow teaches me a lesson. Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show. But now I know, at least, that Greta, with a little hate-filled face, bitter, sitting somewhere without the heating on, in the cold, a little hat, shivering, use my tweets, which is going to make my Twitter account far more fun into eternity.
Wow. So I was saying to me how our front of house servers make like $28, $35 an hour, but our sous chefs making 40K a year, pulling 70 hour work weeks, similar with managers and line cooks, but busted his ass way harder, in my opinion. Cool.
Legalize anabolic steroids. Wait.
What the fuck? Why? Jesus, please stop. Wait, hold on. Why can this Orbit Heavy Recycle 2? Why is it shut off? Hold on. Heavy Recycle 2. No path. Oh, it's not shut off. Also, hold on. Are we pretending that there was like some point in history where people were like proud to work like fast food jobs? Like I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of, would you call it transitory work, where people are like, they're doing like menial jobs. Was it the case that like they used to be super proud and honored to like work these like normal jobs? I don't know if that's the case. Maybe.
For 2 months. So go to watchepic.com/Southern and subscribe.
Also, I thought this was pronounced epoch.
Watchepic.com/Southern. All right, let's get back to this question of loyalty. Why are Gen Z and millennials not loyal to their jobs? Well, let's cut right past the question of whether these companies deserve loyalty for the sake of argument. Let's assume that there really is something deeply special and world-changing about perfecting the 5-cheese marinara at Olive Garden. Even granting that, who is going to believe that Olive Garden is loyal to them? Hell, who is going to believe that Olive Garden even knows they exist as more than a line in their spreadsheet of workers? I said before that people should avoid being
Wait, what? I'm just catching up with the VOD and I saw Destiny mentioning Mother Mirth is 14. She was on a dating Discord server a couple days back and I was sexting with her. Wee-oo. Uh-oh.
active liabilities to their jobs? Well, that goes both ways. Employers should also avoid being active liabilities to
We're
their
the pedo
employees.
hunters.
Yes, an employee should show up on time, but an employee also shouldn't have to beg on their hands and knees for a family emergency day off. A happy employee, a functional employee, is a better employee. And an employee who thinks you trust them as opposed to breathing down their neck constantly is a happier employee. How many episodes of Undercover Boss are there where the CEO pretends to be an employee only to turn around and fire the manager for being an overbearing, mistrustful, petty tyrant? There are too many. Because the CEO knows this is how it works, even if they're psycho manager trying to make people
Wait, what?
shame
Hold
they
on.
be an How many episodes of Undercover Boss are there where the CEO pretends to be an employee
is this what we're citing now?
only to turn around and fire the manager for being an overbearing, mistrustful, petty tyrant? There are too many, because the CEO knows this is how it works, even if their psycho manager trying to make people show up sick to a restaurant job doesn't. But you know what? That psychotically dedicated manager was actually motivated by one of the easiest ways to get people to show up and commit to your job: advancement, upward mobility. And in today's economy, very few people believe that's possible. We'll get into why later, but for now, just know that the incentive of a higher paying job feels either so out of reach to most young people or pointless to pursue.
Okay, well, this has to do with specifically COVID stuff, right? This is like pretty specific to how people aged 16 to 25 feel about their job prospects post-COVID lockdown. Also, age 16 to 25? Okay, this has to be broken out into different age categories. 16 to 18 is I don't care what a 16-year-old thinks about their future job prospects. What? Same thing with like 18, 19, 20 if you're still in college. But that's an interesting cohort. But I feel like 20 to 25 would have been a bit better.
Because
or even like 22 to 25 or something, but
difference in pay just isn't enough to cover the cost of living. So let's say you're like most Gen Z and millennials and don't have a whole lot of faith in advancement. Well, what forms of meaning and loyalty can you get from work otherwise? Well, one is community. But in a modern workforce, does anyone really believe that's on offer? Are you really going to find your tribe in a chain restaurant or a bleak office cubicle farm of a multinational corporation? Maybe if your name is Dwight Schrute.
Blood alone moves the wheels of history!
But most people can smell these large corporations are soulless profit-making machines that contribute nothing of lasting value to their communities. The workers are never going to meet the men profiting from their labor. The large share of the profits are not going back into their direct community. And all of the management's targets are purely numerical, not human. Endless time is wasted doing pointless tasks just to tick boxes at these jobs. Check out Elon Musk's recent fires. As globalization and corporatism...
that whole like, I fired 50% of the workforce and nothing happened. Oh, kill me. Kill me, kill me.
Keeps on ramping up, these disconnected jobs are going to become even more common. And with rising inflation, much less appealing too, which makes it all the more essential to...
Can you elaborate on that? Apparently Elon fired like 50% of the Twitter workforce and people are like, oh my God, like look, like he fired them and Twitter didn't fall apart overnight. So like it must have been really good and most jobs are like worthless or something is essentially like the argument that conservatives wheel out.
Create community even in places where it's not the norm. Take a lesson from small businesses. People will fight tooth and nail to help stop their local mom and pop shop from going out of business, but no one is particularly invested in the success of megacorps, which seem less interested in serving a community's consumers.
I mean...
Than in megacorps going out of business, but no one is
some of the language here is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. I prefer to support small businesses when it is convenient to do so. I mean, fuck, I could say yes to that. That's an easy yes. But what does convenience mean here? Because price is a big convenient point for a lot of people. I actively look for ways to support small businesses even when it is less convenient. I do not mind paying more if I get great customer service from a small business. 70%, 77%, I just don't believe these numbers. I don't believe it. If this is the case, then why are big businesses anywhere? If 3/4 of Americans, is that who this is, or Canadians? If 3/4 of people are willing to go out of their way and pay more money to support small businesses, how do big businesses even exist? I don't believe it. Maybe, but I wonder who they're polling here.
particularly invested in the success of megacorps, which seem less interested in serving a community's consumers than in consuming the community itself. And community, again, is about loyalty. I'm not just making all this up here, by the way. I am thinking specifically back to the times when I worked minimum wage jobs, when I worked in fast food. And hold up. Before I start complaining about my old workplaces, I am aware I live in the first world. I am aware people have it much, much worse in other places. And overall, I am blessed. But you know why a lot of developing countries have it worse? Horrendous behavior from governments and corporations, the likes of which we are seeing ramp up here in the West.
Questo si chiama franco CFA. È la moneta coloniale che la Francia stampa per 14 nazioni africane, alle quali applica il signoraggio e in forza delle quali sfrutta le risorse di questa nazione. Questo è un bambino che lavora in una miniera d'oro in Burkina Faso. Il Burkina Faso è una delle nazioni più povere del mondo. Per il Burkina Faso, che ha l'oro, la Francia stampa moneta coloniale. In cambio pretende che finiscano nelle casse del tesoro francese il 50% di tutto quello che il Burkina Faso esporta. L'oro che questo bambino si infila in un cunicolo per tirare fuori finisce per lo più nelle casse dello Stato francese. Allora la soluzione non è prendere gli africani e spostarli in Europa. La soluzione è liberare l'Africa da certi europei che la sfruttano e consentire a queste persone di vivere di quello che hanno.
So forgive me if I want to talk about it before it gets that bad here. But let's get into it. My first week was training week. So your shifts are like an hour and a half to 3 hours long each. The pay I was receiving barely covered my gas to get to work. Then they hit me with the double whammy where they said in order to work here, I have to purchase grease-resistant non-slip shoes. And to add insult to injury, I had to buy them from the company brand new for $90. So 3 shifts into my new job, and I not only had not made any money, I had lost money. You can't advance by losing money unless you work in government. So there goes upward mobility, though they weren't kidding.
I feel like back in my day, the McDonald's shoes were like 30 or 40 bucks. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I guess I'm a little older. Is inflation that big?
About the grease being a problem. It was disgusting. I had breakouts all over my skin from it. And as for community, maybe I could have found that if anyone spoke the same language, but this was at the start of the mass migration craze in Canada, which was supposed to be about diversity.
Okay.
On paper, but in reality was just about securing labor at cheaper prices than Canadians were willing to offer, and with no way to negotiate because of a language and power barrier. So I was one teenager in a crowd of 40, 50, 60-something people who were only working these jobs because their English skills were lacking, and no one cared to teach them because having slaves
Immigrant wage gap when English isn't spoken at home. Okay.
I'm sorry, employees who can talk back and advance in the West is bad for business. So there goes the loyalty that would come from community. Now, what about other forms of meaning? Was I somehow making the world a better place at this job? Well, I guess by contributing so much to obesity, I was helping to fight overpopulation and continuing to help the Canadian healthcare system get its kill-death ratio up, but that obviously wasn't much solace. All of which is to say, by the time I left that fast food job, I think I would have preferred cleaning out stables, literally shoveling shit, to spending another day getting barked at in the wrong language in grease that was eating away at my body for wages that didn't even exist for the first week. It wasn't even remotely worth it. At least the stable job would have made someone's life better, even if it was only a horse. And I didn't choose that example by accident. I chose it because I know what some members of the older generation would say to this, because I hear it every time my dad and I get in debates about this. God bless him, I love you, Dad, but you're wrong on this. He'll always tell me, Lauren, I hauled manure for $2 an hour when I was a teenager, and you didn't see me complaining. And you know what? Yeah. Hauling manure is more physically demanding than a fast food job. I've cleaned stables a few times myself in my life. but it is infinitely better for you psychologically. You're getting a workout, which fights depression. You're getting
I'm sorry. Based workout.
sense of accomplishment from doing something hard. Hauling shit is literally an antidepressant by this metric, whereas the fast food job I mentioned earlier basically made me want to myself.
Jesus. Somebody joined and this thing just viewed at the same time. Hello? Oh, what's up?
It's a hard job.
Good one. True. What do you want?
I'm bored.
You're bored?
Yeah, keep going.
Okay.
And speaking of wanting to Canada myself, let's talk about the time I worked for government. Remember when I said you can't advance by losing money unless you work for the government? Well, that was too optimistic. It turns out government facilities have worker quotas, which means that they have to have certain numbers of workers around, regardless of whether they can actually use them, which means they have to invent jobs for people to do. Just one of the jobs that was invented for me to do was elevator assistant in a building with, drumroll, 3 floors. And throughout my 6-hour shift, I maybe had one person an hour use the elevator, and the elevator shut off after 5 minutes of no use. So I literally sat in a dark room doing nothing and making next to nothing for my employment. Again, less physically taxing than hauling manure, but less psychologically taxing. You try sitting in darkness for 6 hours because no one actually needs you around, and you know it, and you'll be begging to go back to the coal mines. But
Here's something I'm curious about. This is gonna trigger the fuck out of some of you. Sorry if I come across as out of touch. I wonder if some of these menial labor jobs are more tolerable today for you guys because you have fucking cell phones. Back in my day, I remember I could only load like 12 songs on my fucking phone to last me through like a shift. If I had to do some boring fucking work, but I could be scrolling like Reddit the whole time, I don't know. I wonder if that would be as bad. Because back in the day, when you were bored, oh my god, especially working graveyard shifts, you could talk to crazy drunk customers. Hopefully there's another employee or two, but they're all gonna be fucking weird because there are no sane people working grave shift. Everybody's saying is drafted to the day shift or maybe swing, so you're left with the weirdest fucking employees, and god damn. I don't know, I kind of wonder sometimes if the phone thing makes it easier, but who knows.
But the coal mine is closed because of green policy, which means most young people only have the option of working jobs like this. Pointless, do nothing, build nothing, soul-crushing jobs that contribute nothing to your community at best and are actively harming it at worst. But you know what? Hell, maybe someone likes being the elevator goblin.
Back in the day, we had 100 radio stations, 100 times better than phones. Bro, radio stations play the same like 7 songs over and over again. Every time I go to Austin, I always I throw on the country music to traumatize Mel, and it's like there's literally like 15 songs that they play. I'll hear the same song like 6 times in like 2 hours of driving for the day. Like literally, it's insane.
And sitting in darkness for 6 hours. And we could bicker back and forth about which jobs are actually harder for days and days here. So let's talk about something that isn't subjective. The economic conditions young people face now as opposed to the ones older generations faced. Boomers and younger generations are not living in the same economy. In fact, since the 1960s, the contribution of the business sector to America's GDP has well over tripled. This has not necessarily benefited the little guy, though, as one of the largest shifts economically has been the growth of corporations with over $1 billion in revenue, without any growth in people's wages. In fact, any wage gains to be had are almost always going to the highest paid tier of workers. And this is the problem with going to the GDP to try—
Wait, real quick. What do you think is the most advantageous tier 3 research to do first? Now that I can finally do this. It's probably the biology shit, huh? Because I can upgrade all my character stats. Of all the left-wing positions for Lauren to pick up, why did it have to be this one? It's not left-wing positions, it's going to be populist positions. That's like little guy versus corporations is basically what everything has become online. Like us versus them, the people versus like big business and big government and et cetera, et cetera. I'd say do tier 3 and 4 in one go, starting with Stro. What the fuck is Stro? Oh, Astro? Astronomy? Do you think that, Are there really good researches in the tier 3 and 4 astronomy shit? Like, sell it to me. Why do I want spaceships? I don't even know what the fuck spaceships do. I haven't even built one yet. I don't know what any of this shit is. You need spaceships to do the tier 4 things. Okay, well. You think I should do tier 3 and 4 at the same time then? I'll do it, fuck it. All right.
Try to determine how well a country is going. There's a weird assumption that everyone is getting rich when the GDP is higher, when that is not necessarily the case. In fact, since the rise of globalization, the primary winners in this current economy are the middle class in Asia and the top 1% in America. Meanwhile, the Western world's lower middle class have been the biggest losers in this whole ordeal. While small businesses were getting decimated during COVID lockdown, 45 of the 50 biggest companies in America were able to turn
There should be half a spaceship in one of the asteroid
majority
zones? Do I need anything? What does it
did
do?
it by cutting regular citizen staff and giving the bulk of said profits to their shareholders.
What's up with the fuck small businesses sentiment in your community, though? I mean, like, small businesses can be cool for niche things, but big businesses have revolutionized our way of life, right? We're watching this video on YouTube via massive streaming platform, YouTube. Like, some of you are watching me on cell phones created by Apple, which is, I think, the largest market cap in the world right now. A lot of you guys order stuff off of Amazon, which is one of the largest retailers. A lot of you guys, you guys don't even know about shipping. You guys don't know about shipping. Back when I was a kid, bro, back when I was a kid, there was a site called Newegg that people used to order on. You'd be like fucking 2 weeks shipping on everything. You'd have to pay like $50 per thing shipped. It would all arrive at fucking different times. That shit was, you guys have no idea, okay? You have no idea, okay? You can see ruins in orbit in the Universe Explorer. The ruins have a ship you can repair and use. Yeah, but what do I even want to use that ship for? Tiger Direct? Oh, yeah. Fuck all that shit. In my opinion, do astronomy science last. The main thing spaceships get you are interstellar travel for Nikki, which is blah, blah, blah. But you're better off on biomech energy. Oh, Proteus says bio. The other guy knows a lot, though, Proteus. I really want to do the biology one. I'm just going to do the biology one. Fuck it. Can I do tier 4 biology without spaceships? That's the question. If I recall, yes. Okay, yeah, fuck it then. Here we go.
What does this do to people's sense of loyalty? People know that these companies they work for not only are not loyal to them, but aren't even loyal to the country, which is demoralizing and makes people want to pick up pitchforks no matter what libertarians say, who, for some reason, seemingly always want to defend a crony system of corporations getting repeatedly bailed out using our tax dollars. But anyways, if you're a young person today and want to escape the rungs of lower class society, you work these jobs because you have no choice. Because the only other option is taking out even more extortionate loans for an education that you are probably failing because you barely have time to study or do homework when all of your off-campus time is being used sitting in a dark elevator or flipping burgers getting paid next to nothing. All this effort, of course, put in just to discover when you finally graduate with your 4-year degree, you'll only be paid around $50,000 annually on average in Canada and the US. And oh, all those jobs are in cities with sky-high rents, meaning
all those jobs are not in cities. That is absolutely not true. And coming out of college and getting $50,000, $60,000 a year job is not that bad, especially to start your career as a young person who's 22 years old. Especially if you're not a dumb fuck and you get like, you go to like a good state school. You don't have to get like a private education, $20,000 a year debt for like a random like engineering degree.
You'll probably never own a home.
Quick pause. I know you're probably screaming at your screen right now saying, Lauren, what about the trades? I had to add this part after because it is a huge conversation. Yes, trades are an incredible career path for young people, but they are not the end-all be-all solution to our economic and employment woes. They're like the Shire of employment. And Mordor is the government expanding terrible policies. Conservatives say retreat to the trades, as if the other 80% of the economy doesn't need to be addressed, and as if the trades aren't already being plagued by the same bad policy making impacting every other job. Every tradie I talk to says government red tape is constantly impacting their employment and expansion of their trade, and the potential for more wealth among younger generations. Green energy policy as well is shutting down plenty of trade work and high-paying labor jobs. Not to mention, those incredible six-figure salaries for large machinery operation and the like are not necessarily every person in a trade. The average plumber or electrician is typically making the same amount as the struggling bachelor degree holder.
First of all, you shouldn't be struggling with the average bachelor degree. Okay, also, real quick, just so you guys know this, okay? You always hear people say this dumb shit. Oh, I know a plumber. Plumbers make like 6 figures. Oh, electricians make like 6 figures. Oh, carpenters, these people make 6 figures. Okay? That is a fucking lie. What the people that are making big bucks as plumbers, okay, are small business owners that have other plumbers. For some reason, they never seem to differentiate between this. They'll say some shit like, oh yeah, like, oh no, you can make like so much money as a plumber. Like, yeah, I make like 6 figures. Like, it's like me and like 5 other guys that I like manage or whatever. It's like, okay, bro, you're not a plumber. You're a small business owner, motherfucker. Okay, there's a huge difference. Fuck you.
Today. Hence why just earlier this year, carpenters were on strike in Ontario because their wages simply were not scaling with inflation. And the Carpenters District Council stated their members were having trouble paying for housing, groceries, fuel, and simply putting food on the table. And must I mention the truckers here in Canada and what was done to them? Well, I would absolutely recommend getting a trade over a degree any day. Many jobs, even those in the trades, have been severely impacted by political meddling, inflation, and our cost of living crisis. And telling everyone to retreat into 20% of jobs in our economy does not really solve the overall problem we're in.
This simply was not what the boomers had. According to one report, millennials are earning 20% less than the baby boomers at the same stage of life.
The generational wealth gap has reached historic proportions. Kramer says the average millennial's wealth in 2016, ages 23 to 38, was 41% less than those who were at a similar age in 1989, the report says. It's also true among young families. Households headed by someone under 35 in 2016, an average net worth of $10,900, which is $8,000 less than it was in 1995. I wonder if it's because we front load debt now more often than probably boomers did, because we kind of have to go to school to be competitive.
And hold a lot fewer assets. Simultaneously, the cost of living is skyrocketing, only compounding this problem. This is despite the fact that a far greater percentage of millennials have gone to university.
Read my fucking response, you coward. Destiny, do you think these revolutionary conveniences are making us happier than we were before? Like shit, I feel like you can live a great life without YouTube, Apple, fast shipping, etc. If these conveniences actually come to cost of fulfillment, then I'd rather live in an ass-backward society. And yet here you are screaming at me to read your comment in my DGG chat.
With it being almost a necessity to get an average paying job these days. As a result, even more of them are burdened with the costs of higher education than ever before. And for those of you in older generations that may ask, well, why couldn't they just work harder throughout college to pay for it? You know, not worry about this debt later. Well, according to my calculations, me being Forbes, for someone going to college in America in 1989, you would need to work full-time on minimum wage for 12 weeks in the summer and then work 23 hours a week the rest of the year while going to school, around 1,400 hours total. This would just about cover tuition, other fees, and rent on campus. If you try and do that now, the same math works out to around 2,500 hours needed, the equivalent of a whole full-time job and another part-time job, all while juggling college work. It simply can't be done. So millennials are now stuck in whole full-time job.
This can't be the average average cost of tuition, state school, in-state education. What do you think is like the average of all the states? Oh, this is if you do room and board. Is there an advantage to doing room and board on a college campus? It seems like such a waste of fucking money. Holy shit. Depends on if you're helping with research.
100 hours total. If you try
Fucking
and
mad
do that
pussy.
now,
True.
it's a whole full-time job and another part-time job, all while juggling college work. It simply can't be done. So millennials are now stuck, and Gen Z, I suppose, in one of the most depressing economic situations we have seen in a long while, and are offered going into more debt as their only escape from the lower rungs of society. Is it really a coincidence young people are the most depressed they've ever been? And Gen Z, quite frankly, is going to have it worse than anyone. According to a study this year from Consumer Affairs, today's teens and early 20s adults have 86% less purchasing power than boomers did at their age. That is absolutely insane. It is no wonder quiet quitting is the hottest new trend, and kids would opt for digital achievements over real ones. Their Fortnite bucks may truly be a better investment. The government are making our money worthless, and so young people are taking on the old Soviet mantra of, they pretend to pay us, so we pretend to work. If you lived in arguably the greatest time of prosperity in history, where a good, secure life was not exactly guaranteed, but not completely out of reach, I can see how you could push yourself through life and pull yourself up by your bootstraps, right? I've joked many times now that boomers before had it easy. Hell, I've even written a book pointing the finger at them for the breakdown of civilization. But let's be fair. Boomers didn't have it easy. They just had a different set of problems than we have now. It was a struggle. You couldn't just laze about and have everything handed to you on a platter, though the hippies certainly tried, and somehow still ended up owning houses, boats, and companies. But let's be fair. Most of them probably came for money to begin with. But since I've brought up hippies, let's chat about them, because you know what's funny? The silent generation actually wrote a ton of articles and studies about how boomers were the laziest, most entitled, consumeristic generation in history. And if you hear that and go, well, of course, it's the boomers, then let me quote to you from Socrates, of all people. The children now love luxury. They have bad manners, contempt for authority. They show disrespect for elders and love chatter in place of exercise. Children are now tyrants, not the servants of their households. They no longer rise when elders enter the room.
Damn, disrespect.
In other words, every older generation feels this way about younger generations. A meta-analysis of over 70 separate studies have shown that there really is not a generational work ethic difference. It's an age work ethic difference. The youngest generation are consistently the least dedicated to the system. Only today, Zoomers and Millennials may actually have a better reason for their lack of dedication. Those reasons being a feeling of total unattainability of any sort of stability, no matter how much they invest in their work. Another myth we often hear is that millennials and Gen Z are the most privileged generation in history because they have so many things. You have heated seats, Netflix, instant Chinese junk from Amazon, anytime you want it. But let's get real here for a minute. As mentioned earlier, the younger generations are the most depressed generations. Why? Because obviously material consumerism does not bring happiness. Family, stability, and purpose do. Those truly meaningful things feel like a mirage to young people. So stating that an iPhone is such an amazing privilege and an asset that young people have is absurd. Even refugees and migrants coming on boats to Europe tend to all have iPhones. It is perhaps one of the quickest depreciating assets on the planet. And not only is it essentially valueless over time, every study published on tech has shown it is a complete liability to one's mental health. So the problem here isn't one of whether the youth are spoiled with cheap plastic knickknacks. It's the fact that they aren't able to attain the assets one needs to build a successful future. If you're a boomer who's watching this and ever thought to yourself, those damn lazy kids, just know that so many are still trying, punching in their clock to scrape by. As mentioned earlier, there really isn't a difference in work ethic generationally. The real difference I've observed is the hope factor. I think it may be hard for some people who grew up when the West seemed like all it could do was go up, when the end of history was proclaimed, to even begin to conceptualize that things got worse. But they did. And what we need right now is understanding between the generations as to why this all went wrong. It's not the fault of all boomers. Many warned of what would come and fought for sanity. Others, I'm sure, deeply regret the path our civilization was set on, even if they did vote for the very governments that led us astray. Let he who has not regretted voting for a professional liar cast the first stone and all that. So I think it's time for me to call a truce, at least with the boomers who are not currently in government. We all love our parents, we all love our grandparents, and I know if you are a grandparent or a parent watching this, you love your kids and grandchildren. You know they want to succeed. You know they want to make something of their lives in this world. So please, for their sake and yours, let's recognize Gen Z and millennials are not the laziest, most entitled generations in history. In fact, they're not much different from the generations that came before. They're young people following the flow of culture, trying to be loved, keep up with the trends and what adults tell them, but none of it seems to be going anywhere for them. They're not lazy, they're hopeless. And the best way to even start to help them is to recognize the position they are in, to recognize the lack of meaning in an ever-growing corporate and government takeover, the lack of opportunity as the dream of starting a business, owning assets and property swiftly disappears like a mirage in the distance while our corporate and political class prosper. We need to unite together against the real enemy here. So here's the bottom line, literally, since that's all some people seem to care about in this debate. You can have upward mobility, or you can have DEI, ESG, and all the other artificial forms of meaning. You can have corporations that work for the people.
Jesus. We do have a big problem with like meaning and shit in life. That is a huge problem. I don't know where we find that again. Probably seems like a lot of it used to come from religion, but it's kind of hard to be religious these days. So we have to find a different way to do it.
Why, Stephen? Why is it hard to be religious?
Why? I don't know. Probably because we're too educated. That shit gets hard to believe in over time because it requires like a pretty big suspension of everything in order.
Interesting.
Next time, tell me before you come in.
What? Why?
You interrupted my sentence with your button pushing.
Be single then. Ooh.
Okay, what's up?
I mean, I think you nailed it on the head, Stephen. Yeah, I think all this. Am I low? Is my volume low?
You're okay.
I mean, you nailed it on the head. Like, mainstream schooling really takes you away from God. Like, you nailed it.
Thanks. Yeah. If we just had more God in our lives, everything would be better.
Was it unfair how I reworded that, or did you mean that?
I think life in general has probably taken us from religious background. Mm-hmm. Know what I'm saying?
Steven, you know what I realized is the difference from you and me? Like, the biggest difference is that you're convinced humans have never been smarter.
I mean, as a society, yeah. Individually, I don't know if like intelligence is just passed on.
Whoa, you mean the other way around, right?
Well, no, I mean, like, we have a lot of information we collectively pass on from generation to generation. But it's not like, I don't know if individual humans are smarter than they ever have been.
What do you mean as a society they're smarter?
Like, as in socially, we have a lot of information that's been, like, people couldn't build processors, 100 years ago. But, like, the average human probably couldn't put together a light bulb today. So socially, we pass on.
But they couldn't build them because they were dumber, or they just didn't have the technology yet?
Well, they didn't have the technology because they haven't passed on all of that information.
Well, I mean, think of someone from the 1700s, if they just, came through a time machine today and they applied themselves and learned the technology today, they'd be way smarter than you and me.
Way smarter? No, I don't think so.
I mean, like, if someone from the 1700s applied themselves and learned the computer.
Yeah, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No. You know who does think so,
I
though?
can't imagine him being, he wouldn't be as distracted as you and me with video games and all the stuff we grew up with.
They'd probably be even more distracted. What do you mean? I'm sure they'd see that shit and they'd fucking go crazy. Screens with information and shit on them?
No, if they're 35 years old, then the programming's too late. They're not going to be addicted to gaming. They're 35 off a time machine.
Okay.
You're Jesuit trained, right, Steven?
Yeah, took orders from the Black Pope himself, you know?
Yeah, stop. What do you mean Jesuit trained? You went to Catholic school. That's what you mean.
Yes. A Jesuit high school.
It was called Jesuit?
Wow. It was Jesuits, yes. They were the teachers.
Yeah, interesting. Steven, can I interest you in something?
Sure. Oh, I built a big ass train just for material packages, because Jesus. What's up?
Have you ever read the Jesuit oath?
No, tell me about it.
Did you take this oath when you went to that school?
What is it? Read it. I don't think so.
Here, read it to us. I'll send you the link.
My internet's starting to lag. Oh boy. I furthermore promise that I will, when opportunity presents, make and wage relentless war, secretly or openly, against all heretics, Protestants, and liberals, as I am directed to. Oh yeah, we said this every single day in the morning, yeah.
No, keep going.
You can read it. My shit is lagging. I'm trying to focus on my factory. You can read it if you want, though. Go ahead.
That I will spare neither age, sex, or condition, and that I will hang, waste, boil, flay, strangle, and bury alive these infamous heretics, rip up their stomachs and wombs of their women, and crush their infants' heads against the walls, in order to annihilate forever their... Wow. Okay, basically what I'm trying to say is, if the Catholic, or if the Vatican is run by Jesuits and the CIA is filled with Jesuits, and they have to take this violent oath, doesn't that kind of add to my conspiracy side? Like that there's, where there's smoke, there's fire, and I'm not crazy?
Yes, this for sure sounds like a real oath that all Jesuits take, definitely.
It's on Wiki, dude. It's not a conspiracy.
Yeah.
You believe in Wiki. You pull it up every day.
Only when it agrees with me, remember?
Steve.
Zerk.
You had a way to win this where it says in the quote to destroy liberals. You could have turned it around on me. I don't know why you didn't do that.
Because this is, my guess is this is probably a hyper-specific thing from a hyper-specific time period or something. If it's even...
Define
I don't even think...
liberalism,
Actually, wait. I don't even think this came from Wikipedia. Your source, it says the source on the bottom. Uncontrolledopposition.com. Find us on Facebook.
Well, no, go on Wikipedia. You don't have to use Google's first result. I wouldn't lie to you, Steve.
Just link the wiki then.
What would it change? Like, you're just going to be like, it's a conspiracy.
Well, I mean, it is, but it'd be interesting to see it, no?
It's not a conspiracy that violent people are at the top. Look at militaries.
Oh, okay. Well,
the Black Pope. I'm so glad you're 32 years old and the first time you learned about the Black Pope was through Zerka. Like, that's rich. You went to Jesuit school and I taught you that.
Pretty wild.
Here's a fun game. Define liberalism, but not in the conventional sense. Like the Destiny, DGG, like through your lens.
Liberalism is just generally being concerned with like freedom of speech, freedom of expression, right to own private property, you know, right to form your own businesses. Like broadly speaking, that's like what liberalism is. Like our kind of like First Amendment Bill of Rights shit, basically.
No, in one sentence, just give me one, the biggest quality.
I would say that liberalism, broadly speaking, is a right for an individual to pursue what they personally think makes them happy, unobstructed by the government. Broadly speaking, probably.
You mean unobstructed by the government or their neighbor?
Yeah, well, you said one sentence, so.
Okay. Interesting. How about this? Can you have God as a liberal, Steve?
Probably, yeah.
Really?
Really? Well, now I don't know. Now that you said really like that, I'm not sure.
Don't. This is what you do to Ethan Ralph. Don't do that to me.
What do I do to Ethan Ralph?
That's where you got the really from. You did
I
that
just
to
copied
him.
you.
Yeah, but you did it to him. That's how you used to bully him. You don't bully me like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bullying you.
Never apologize, not even sarcastically.
Okay, I'm sorry for that. For apologizing.
Are you gonna keep the blue?
Like, probably until my roots come in enough. Then I either have to think if I want to re-dye it, or re-bleach it and re-dye it, or just shave it. I'm not sure.
You should stick to blue because, first of all, it's not like you look worse, and number two, it's like so on brand. Why are you lagging?
Because I have no real fucking internet. I'm on some stupid fuck hotspot.
Oh, you're at the beach.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm waiting for my internet to come.
You're waiting for Dan to fucking come. I like the blue. You look like it makes your hair look thick in the center. I like it.
Yeah.
And it's not as noticeable when you're on Adderall anymore. Like the greasiness isn't as much as it used to be.
You know I'm not on Adderall, right?
I will never drop that conspiracy.
Okay.
Okay. There's no. Imagine someone walked up to you and said, "Hey, I do meth sometimes. I do shrooms sometimes. I do this and that. All the fucking drugs, but not the debate drug."
There's a difference between doing a drug recreationally for fun versus doing one consistently every single day for performance enhancement. I don't think I would ever do that. I don't even smoke weed that much. That would scare me.
Imagine all these years and I'm wrong. You're like sober on stream. Imagine if I was wrong about this. That would mean I'm wrong about everything, like all my hunches.
I literally tried Adderall for like the first time when it was in Georgia, like a few, like a month ago.
Holy liar exposed.
Okay.
We had a stream where you said you tried it years ago.
Yeah, I did, but whatever it was some bullshit.
Shut the fuck up. You cannot. You have to say you were lying. You cannot do this to
I
me.
wasn't. My friend had a prescription for Ritalin a long time ago, and I tried that, but I never tried like the little Adderall XR things, or XL things.
Oh, fuck. I think you did say Ritalin last time. I'll have to check my logs.
Good luck.
What about weed? Do you smoke weed?
So, like, every now and then.
Did you bang Lauren Southern?
I had a threesome with her and your mom, actually, yes. You would have loved it.
I bet you were thinking of Lauren when you met with her IRL.
With your mom?
No, you were like fantasizing about her, right?
No, what the fuck?
Oh, come on. You never had one romantic thought about Lauren Southern?
Well, romantic, that's different. I had a huge romantic thought, but never sexual. That's how I think about all women when I meet them, you know?
That was honest.
Yeah.
So you've had dark thoughts of piping a right-wing girl.
You said romantic, not sexual, okay?
I changed it. You've had sexual thoughts.
Never. I don't have sexual thoughts of any woman unless I consent to those sexual thoughts. I ask them for permission. I say, can I think sexually about you? And if they don't respond, then I would never dream of it.
Is it true you have a spreadsheet of people you're social with, guys and girls? And you check in to see who you're giving the most attention to and evenly spread it out?
Yeah, all the time. I don't want people to think too highly of themselves, you know? Wait, where you at? Oh, aren't you supposed to be packing your shit?
Yeah, I'm already packed up. I mean, just New Year's and I'm gone.
How long are you gonna be in Austin for?
I think a month and a half, and then Miami.
Why did you lie about Why'd you lie about coming to Miami? You're not coming to Miami. You're still on that.
I didn't.
You're still
I did
on
not
it?
lie. I did not lie. My Miami rent would have been $2,500 for an apartment, but these guys offered me $1,000 for like 10 bedrooms, like a giant house with swimming pool. So I'm like, I might as well see this first. Like $1,000 is the cheapest rent I've ever had in my life for the most. I got a fire pit, a hot tub. Austin is such a shithole. It's so cheap.
Well, it's just there's just a lot of land.
It's depressing. Like, you've been there. It's really depressing.
Jesus, so mean.
You don't think so?
It's just a different place. I'm from Omaha, Nebraska, dude.
Hey, congrats on 600. You're gonna crack it before the new year.
Maybe. I have no content now for 3 days.
Yeah, but you do it to yourself. Like, you always have content. You just get bored.
Wait, I do what for content?
I'm saying you have content. You just choose to chill out some days.
Not having real internet is driving me crazy. Even now, we're lagging like hell through this conversation, which is fucking annoying.
Hotspot is shit. What happened with the black influencers? Did they get off your back?
Yeah, it was dumb. Hold on. People try looting into FedEx truck and someone gets dragged. Jesus Christ.
Zerka is the most boring orbital. Hey, moving off, your mother is literally a whore.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hold on, I don't know if it's about to get violent. One sec. Damn.
What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Damn. That dude is... He's gotta be super dead, right?
Oh my god.
Extra delivery.
Oh my god. Truck. Oh my fucking god. They still dragging them. What the fuck? Oh my fucking god. Fuck.
Well, we call that, in the biz, we call that play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Hold on one sec.
Greta Thunberg is a dumb bitch.
Wait, did Mel just leave my apartment? I totally didn't notice it. What the fuck?
Yeah, she left with a different guy, Steve.
Uh-oh. That's what's happening.
Hey, did you cover the Andrew and Greta?
Cover the what?
Andrew's beefing with Greta right now on Twitter.
Oh yeah, it's cringe as fuck.
For which side?
I think on the Tate side. She's like 19, right?
Yeah. Some people say she's a man. You buy that?
No. Just, there's like, Swedish people by default, they all just look like they have fetal alcohol syndrome. I don't know why, so people probably sue her.
What the fuck?
They do. Swedish people, normal Swedish people look like that. They do. They absolutely do.
Dude, I thought I was the only one who said that. Holy shit.
No, they like 99% of them do. People are like, oh, Swedish supermodel, blah, blah, blah. That's why I like Mel, because she looks American. But like her, I don't want to shit talk anybody, but like they're like 99% of the time I see a Swedish girl, they look like they have fetal alcohol syndrome. That's just their faces. I don't know why, they just do.
And that Neanderthal DNA.
Yeah, is that it? This is a tier 5 sub, okay? Treat them well.
What does tier 5 mean?
They get rainbow names in chat, and they're the biggest ballers.
How much are they paying?
$80 a month.
Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Sativa, welcome.
What up, Sativa pipe?
Nah, man.
Smoke a lot?
Usually it's like mainly edibles.
Damn.
And how's your productivity when you're doing edibles?
I feel like it enhances like how I like maybe play some games.
Oh, so playing games on edibles. So not productive at all. That's what you meant to say.
But I'm productive in my gameplay.
Are you playing Factorio?
No.
Cringe. Alright, well, what do you want? You're on. You made it. You're here.
Yeah, I'm just saying what's up, man. I don't have anything to say. I'm nervous.
Nothing
Don't be nervous. Use this. Get value out of Steve.
Fuck, man. Maybe not today. Maybe another day. All right. Later, guys.
Okay, I love you, buddy.
Focus on me.
No, you actually said something so retarded she looks American. Mel's face, compared to other Swedish women, she looks very American. Yeah, for sure. I don't know how to, if I could even compare it to her sisters. There's like a certain, I don't know what it is, but there's like a certain facial feature that like Swedish people have where it's like, that's a Swedish girl. Link me Swedish girls and I can point it out. I don't know what it is. But Greta is like, she is like, this is a Swedish girl. She just has this look. Bro, does anybody have any streams of Mel's friend, Linnea? Like she looks this, like it's like there's like a Swedish look to their face. What does American even mean? I don't know. Probably not American, but she just has like a more of like a rounded type face. It doesn't look.
Yeah,
you have seen like 10 Swedes. What the fuck are you talking about, you fucking retard? I stayed in Stockholm for like 2 months with Melina, and I've been to Sweden like 5 fucking times. What do you mean you've seen like 10 Swedes? Where the fuck are you from? Insane?
No, Steven's right. When the Americans are pretty, they look much better than the Swedes.
No, chill. I didn't mean that. I'm just saying that Swedish people have like a certain type of face.
Bro, you called her fucking fetal alcohol
Okay, well,
syndrome.
I didn't say fetal alcohol syndrome looks bad, okay? Just, okay, that was a mean way to describe it. You're right.
And it was weird that you kept going back to Mel's sister. That's really offensive.
Okay, I don't know if all of these girls are Swedish, but like this one in the middle, she's got it. She's got that Swedish look. Left and the right one, not as much, but this one in the middle, she's got it.
Like, American chicks are, for the most part, ugly, but when they're hot, they don't fuck around. Like, they go really, really hot. I see what you mean, dude. Like, there's this... At what point is this going to get racist? Can I just go off?
It's not racist, chill.
Right, because they're white people. I forgot.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's something hollow about these people. It's
Not
like that movie.
hollow.
It's like that movie where they air. What's that movie? Midsummer. That's who they remind me of. Is that the right movie?
Yeah, that is a movie.
Now, the most attractive people on Earth are in Colombia. In my opinion, it's Colombia. If we're talking about like for quantity, where everywhere you look, they're all tasty. I think it's Colombia.
Guess the nationality. Holy shit! What is this AIDS website? Oh, there's not like a multiple choice or whatever?
That's it.
Okay, I don't care.
Yeah. In Europe, they're not that attractive. Like, I've traveled all of Europe, but Spain has good ones. Barcelona has cute people. Unless you're looking for that hooker look, then you have to be in the US.
That guy earlier that said I'd only seen 10 Swedish people apparently lives in one of those countries, but not really. I don't trust you. I bet you haven't seen any Swedish people, motherfucker. Okay. Let's... Clorge. You're up. Hello. Wow. Oh, hi.
In regards to the Lauren Southern video, I thought it was just socialist that meme about.
No, hold on, my internet's just fucking. It's on one. Okay, sorry. Okay, try again. Go ahead.
Okay. So in regards to like that, I thought it was just socialist that meme about like our money worthless but worth less than it used to be.
How is that a socialist?
Are the conservatives? Is it really? Are we just like progressively losing value and like I thought the whole thing was that we get paid more when as time goes on, but our money is worth less, right? And that balances out. Isn't that the meme?
I mean, I don't think it balances out completely. Hopefully not, right? You'd want, as the productivity of your workers increases, you would hopefully want their real wages to increase as well, right?
It definitely didn't balance out the house anymore.
Man,
hi, John.
My internet's just
What's up?
shutting down. We might be approaching the
You're
end.
saying, caller, you're pretty much saying, oh, why are conservatives talking about that? Lauren isn't one of those free market, limited government retard conservatives. She's more into the racial, so she does critique capitalism.
Oh, somebody that can speak to me.
I mean, if you don't critique capitalism after 2008, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with you.
Okay, Clorge.
Oh, true. That whole...
Tomorrow we're gonna have a good conversation, okay? I love you, buddy.
A good conversation. Okay, love you.
Okay, bye. All right, I love you, John. I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, or what, you turning it off?
Yeah, because my shit's been lagging for like the past like 30 minutes. It's getting dumb. Maybe I'll come back later tonight.
All right.
Okay.
All right, peace.
Be careful, babe. Okay, maybe I'll try coming back tonight, because my shit has been getting fucky for a while. Be careful, my duders. I will see you tomorrow. Or tonight. We'll see.